How different?
Impactful. Cutting edge.
Let's take this form, this very American tradition of entertainment into the 21st century, the new millennium.
Okay, no. What's the name of the show?
The Wendy Williams Experience.
To bring you our feature presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, what your ears are about to witness, the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house.
Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it. Allow me to reintroduce this queen.
From west to east. Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams. Been in this game for a while. I hate to brag, but
Ain't nobody
Hey, this phenomenal.
like
the queen.
Right here.
Who the world is this? With so much drama. From yo block to yo block. Heard of the number one female. Been doing this for years.
Every barbershop, beauty salon.
Who the world is this? With so much
Again and again.
Wendy Williams.
Bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death. Don't know.
she at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it to win.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you. The winner of the game.
Once again.
1, 2, 1, 2. How you doing? Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Okay, so it is what it is every day. You know what we do here. We talk about celebrities and we talk about each other. And somewhere in here, maybe there's a lesson to be learned in the next few hours. If not, at least you can get a good kiki out of the show. Okay, so the celebrities that I have to talk about today include Mariah Carey, Carmen and Dave, that damn Mason Betha. Damn you, Mace. Damn you. And we'll also talk about Reese Witherspoon and the lovely Ryan. And we'll talk about Prince and advice hours coming up next hour. And how about this one? There's a woman who wants my help regarding catching her husband in a cross-dressing situation. Yes, exactly. So you know how we do. It is what it is. Welcome, everybody, to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Oh my God. It was almost a full-blown breast explosion in the hall. Holy smokes. Between my knockers and my producer Taryn's knockers. I'll tell you, she was running to get me, and I was running to make the microphone. I'm all out of breath. How you doing, everybody?
How you doing?
Give me a moment to catch my breath. I had the most delicious calf's liver for lunch across the street. And the crazy thing is, I happen to have bought calf's liver mixed with greens for my Tupperware lunch today. So now I'm going to have it twice today. My cholesterol is going to be through the roof. You know what they say about organs. Organs make your, they make your cholesterol go up. And I love organ meat. Absolutely. And if it's cooked properly, it's so buttery. I haven't even chewed gum after lunch because I like to, you know how you like to savor the flavor? Yeah. If I didn't have such a good dentist, I would have concaved sections of my teeth and I'd be able to zhuzh up a piece an hour from now. From the back of my mouth. Anyway, hi, everybody. I'm sorry for being so disgusting. Guess what's on TV tonight? Oh, my gosh. I'm centering my entire night around Jonathan with Blowout. And most importantly, I'm only putting up with Jonathan to get to the Real Housewives of Orange County. What? Bravo is the only place to be tonight. From 9 to 11, that's it. Blowout 3 with Jonathan. He swears he's hetero. It's so funny watching him. And then the Real Housewives of Orange County. I am so there, back to back watching. That's what's it doing. Dear Wendy, I'm so overwhelmed that I got to meet you at the Southern Women's Show here in Memphis the other weekend. I listen to you faithfully every day while I'm at work, but I just wanted to make a comment on a statement that you made after you came back to New York. About your stay in Memphis. You are so right about the obvious racism that goes on here. I've lived here my entire life, and it bothers me now more than ever because I experience it on my job, riding in my car, in stores, and for you to announce it on national radio really made it hit home even more. I never think that I'm better or less than anyone, but Wendy, the lowest white person here, thinks that they are better than the highest black person. It makes my stomach turn. But Wendy, thanks for acknowledging the racism is still going on and is more tolerant now than ever. That's from Joy Harden. She's in Memphis. Yeah, because I was just saying, Memphis is really, wow. It was really, really something else in Memphis to see what was going on. And well, shout out to the people of Memphis. You all, you stand for a lot that we just don't stand for here in the North. We's be fighting back. Yes. Come to the North, where we never realize that we have it better until you go elsewhere and see how bad it could be. Right in the middle of Memphis is the park of the Grand Dragon of the Klan, the original founder. It's as clean as I don't know what. Right up the street is MLK Park, which is, well, like MLK everywhere around the country. How do the parks look, right? Then you have the hotel where Dr. King was shot, right across the street from the hotel of the man who shot him. And they literally, you can go to the Dr. King Hotel and tour that hotel and see the room, where he took his last breath. But you can also go across the street and sit at the window and line up the gunshot to the balcony. I mean, it was just a very, very special town there in Memphis. Shout out to Mr. Goldman at the Hoodrich Mall with the grills and whatnot. But it's a very special town. I had a good time with you people. We're on in Memphis at Power 99, nonstop hip-hop, boy. Shout out to my dude, JC. He's my engineer there. Hey, have you guys heard? Keep the music going, Goose. There are 9 million African children without mothers, thanks to AIDS. Yeah, and the numbers still rise. I mean, this is just a really, really terrible thing. Save the Children said that most of the 19.2 million women living with HIV around the globe, not just Africa, around the globe, were already mothers when they were diagnosed. What? I know. What? I know. But more specifically in Africa, as we all, unless we've been under a rock, I mean, the HIV/AIDS statistics are just absolutely a travesty over there. They say the incredible impact of HIV and AIDS on the children is still being ignored. Charities are reporting a lack of testing facilities, which means that, many of the mothers, especially the poorest country mothers, don't even know that they have HIV. And the AIDS epidemic has, of course, robbed millions of children from, mothers, and it's just terrible. In the meantime, people like the basketball player, friend to the show, Mutombo, you know who I'm talking about. I mean, he tried to do his best. He came on the show a couple of years ago here on this show, and he talked about how he was sinking the mother lode of his money into a new hospital over there to, help his countrymen. Sadly, it's come to my attention, I believe, that he was ripped off in some financial scandal or another. Exactly. So there is no hospital. In the meantime, he's living up in Connecticut, allegedly beating down his wife. But then she's turning around and beating him down. They were both arrested on the beatdown. Remember, we talked about this maybe 3 weeks ago. Exactly. Shout out to Boom 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 Matumbo. Yeah, I've been hearing about what's going on. I know you listen to the show, whether it's on WBLS New York or Power 104.1 in Hartford. I know you get us. I would love to find out what happened. All right, not so much about you and your wife, because, I mean, that is what it is. I can obtain the police report like that. Manute Bowl?
Was the one beating up his wife. They both got arrested together. Dikembe Mutombo is someone else.
Somebody different.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that's Chi-Chi on sports. Manute Bowl.
Yes.
Is he's African too?
Yeah.
Damn, it's a shame. No, I know.
Yeah.
Weighs all of 93 pounds soaking wet. I know. Frightening. All right, so Manute Bowl is the beatdown king in Connecticut. Mm-hmm. Manute, I've never met you before, but I would love to meet you and your wife, because I understand she beat you back. And the cops came and arrested both of you all. Now, Manute Bowl probably has... Is he still... Hey, Chi-Chi, is Manute Bowl still playing? No, he hasn't played in years. Oh. So I would like to know what's going on with Dikembe Mutombo, though, and the situation over there with his hospital and whatnot. Okay, let's go to line number 5. Momo's on the phone, and she's in love with a man that just got married. Momo, you're 35 years old. Why, oh, why are you asking me what to do in this situation?
Because you know what, Wendy?
What?
I am truly in love with him. And
New York, he is not for you, New York. You're sounding like from the Flavor of Love show. He married somebody else.
I know, but Wendy, we talk all the time, and I know that he's miserable. He's not happy. You know, he told me in not too many words, you know, and I don't know. I know I should just let him go. He's a loser.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
How do you know this man? And tell me about, just in 60 seconds or less, about your relationship with him.
I met him back in 96, and we were best friends. Of course, I was married. I'm currently divorced. He was going through marital problems. I was going through marital problems. And we were just friends, covering each other. And it just turned out to be something more.
Okay. Now, you said he just got married, which means he went through marital problems, apparently got divorced, met somebody new, and just got married again.
Well, and there's a big gap in between there.
Okay, but the point is that this is his second marriage.
No, his third.
His third. And none of these marriages are with you.
Right.
Okay, so then that means that you are very, very low on his totem pole in terms of priorities. Momo, you've got to, I mean, you're 35. You know better than this.
Yeah.
You know that if this man meant anything to you, then when you got divorced and he got divorced that first time around, you all would be together. Instead, he is using you for an emotional and physical jump off, and you mean nothing to him. You mean nothing more than a piece of gum on the bottom of his shoe.
I know, and I should stop accepting his calls, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And furthermore, if he's not happy in his marriage, he's a grown-ass man, too. He shouldn't have married her to begin with.
Yeah, that's right.
What he's doing is he's selling you a bill of goods. He cares for his new wife more than he cares for you.
Yeah.
She is probably the center of his universe, but he just doesn't know how to accept, a woman that good. And you are gum on the bottom of his shoe. Come on, Momo, move on.
Thanks, Wendy.
You're welcome,
love
Momo. Take care. I love you too. Bye-bye. Yeah, sometimes, that was like the swift backhand across across the head that some of us need, Let me just talk. Oh, okay, never mind. I will shut my mouth. I will shut up. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm going to shut my monkey mouth. Yes, I will. You all will be back with more of the experience. Thank you.
It's Wendy, man.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
And
George Bush doesn't care about
Wendy Williams. The Wendy Williams Experience. Wow.
Brothers and sisters,
Taking it back, baby. Taking it back. Old school short shot.
yes, the rhythm, the rebel. 2, 3, hey.
A little play from back in the day. And me, it's Wendy, man. Wendy Williams. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Don't be afraid. Boy, that's when music was music, right? Yeah. Not that music's not music now. It's just, it's a bit different. All right, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. I apologize. Normally, I talk in between the commercials. I was in the other room. This hour of the show is being brought to you by the New York Lotto. And also, Universal Circus. We've got a giveaway. Who wants to go see the circus at Prospect Park? That's over in Brooklyn. Okay. Well, the circus is going to be at Prospect Park, April 12th through April 30th. So, your particular tickets, should you win right now, are for Wednesday, April 12th. All right? You got your family fun pack, and you're going to have a great time at the Universal Circus, one of the longest-running happenings of this time of year in New York. Yes, the Universal Circus. All right, it's a family 4-pack, by the way, so 866-GET-WENDY. You know what? We can just answer the phones now, Goose. All right. Hi, you're caller number 1, you're caller number 2, you're caller number 3, and you're caller number 4. Hey, you're caller number 5, you're caller number 6. Hi, it's Wendy, you're caller number 7. You're caller number 8, you're caller number 9, and BLS, you're caller number 10. Congratulations. Hello? Oh, well, for goodness sakes.
Hello?
Yes, it's Wendy. Hi, you're caller number 10. Yes, so you're going to the Universal Circus in Brooklyn.
Thank you.
Yes, you're very welcome. You got a family 4-pack. So you and 3 other people. Wednesday, April 12th. What's your name?
Steve.
Oh, and where are you calling from?
From Connecticut.
Very nice to have you here. Okay, so you're going to come down to go to Brooklyn?
I am, yeah.
Okay, terrific. Hold on for just a moment. Let everybody know your station.
1.5 WLS.
Okay, hold on for just a moment. Okay. Yeah, that's one of those Fairfield County connections right there. I think, who's in the other room working on the phones? Is it Chichi? All right. Oh, in the meantime, I forgot to talk about this. It was in yesterday's Daily News. You probably saw it about Dame Dash going in and out of his car smoking weed in between. Well, they didn't call it weed, but they call it, a funny smelling cigarette. Okay, so it's in the gossip section of the Daily News, and it says that Dame Dash was apparently with a table of very attractive women, including Mick Jagger's daughter, Jade, at a restaurant called Indochine. My girlfriend, Regina, and we like to go there when she comes to town. Anyway, they were there on Friday night, and he produced a bottle of Viagra. It's according to the newspaper. And he encouraged the ladies to try it. Then they make fun in the gossip section about, is he really clear about, what the little blue pills actually do? And then they say, according to witnesses, Dame went inside of his parked SUV in between courses to smoke a cigarette that smelled like what gossip columnists typically refer to as a fragrant herb. In and out of his car. Well, like KRS-One would say, ain't nothing wrong with a little self-medication. I'm sure he's shooting himself in the foot the day that he ever said that to me, because that was so many years ago. I believe I was on in Philadelphia at that time. This is when you guys had left me for dead. I was on in Philly, and KRS came through town. And, well, it was what it was. And he said, ain't nothing wrong with a little self-medication. And ever since then, I've been using his own words when I talk about people who smoke weed. Yeah. All right, we're going to continue with the break, you guys, and rejoin in just a few moments. It's Wendy until 7 on WBLS.
What's up? This is Tracy Morgan. How you doing? How you doing?
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Benny is located in South Africa, listening to the Wendy Williams Experience. He's on line number 4.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Benny.
Wendy?
Yes, Benny.
Wendy, you also come to South Africa, so we can teach you some Zulu or Sotho or, I can teach you a couple of words now.
Can you tell me how to say how you doing?
When you meet a Zulu man, say ninjani or unjani.
Unjani.
Yeah, unjani.
Unjani.
Yeah.
Unjani.
And then he will say nkona. Or maybe when you meet somebody in the street, you say sawubona.
Sawubona.
Yeah, that's how you greet.
Sawubona.
Gunjani.
Gunjani.
Yeah.
All right. And then you say all right. How do you say all right?
Yeah, you say nkona.
and corner.
Yeah.
Got him. This it right here.
Miss a day, miss a whole lot.
Coming through your speakers, boy.
It's Wendy, man.
Alrighty, everybody. Just a reminder that this month's book read in the Wendy Williams Experience Book Club is Sex, Lies, Murder, and Fame, written by the fabulous Lolita Files. And Lolita Files will be in on the show next week, because next week is the last week of the month, and she'll be in one of those days, and she'll be here to talk to us about her book. In the meantime, I am halfway through the book, and I am liking it. It got off to a slow start, but it's picked up, and I'm finding it a really great read. Lolita Files has written several books, and like I said, we'll get a chance to speak with her next week. I'm looking forward to it. But if you're interested in following along, this month's book read is Sex, Lies, Murder, and Fame, and it is by Lolita Files. Roberta Flack on the show tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, the legendary one. Shout out to the Older Crows. You know, this should be a real treat for you guys, as well as, us, the people who know her but really don't know her. I've met her, but I've never really met her. Ironically, I met her. She was walking along. I believe she either had her dog or her groceries. I can't remember which one. I guess in some of the Asian parts of the world, there'd be same difference. Dog, groceries, same difference. How you doing? How you feel? She was actually outside my foot doctor's office. She lives, in a very well-appointed area of Manhattan, and she was walking along, and we met each other in the street. Hello, how are you? Fine. I had my crutches, and she had her groceries or dog. I can't remember which one. But anyway, Miss Flack will be in tomorrow. The bird flu, they say they've pinpointed a month. They say it might be in the United States by May. So, what does that mean to us? They say at this point, if you're a bird, it's pandemic. If you're a human, it's not pandemic. More details to come, I guess, from the health people. Nick Cannon is venting frustrations over that track that Christina Milian did. His supposed ex-girlfriend, although he never acknowledged her as a girlfriend. He says that it was her who acknowledged all that boyfriend-girlfriend mushy stuff. The track in question is called Who's Gonna Ride, and it appears on her CD, So Amazing, which will be out on April 25th. So he says, Christina's leveraging my success by using my name. Then a friend of his, and see, a lot of times friends talk through the actual star. A friend says, no one cares about Christina Milian. She's not Beyonce. Well, he's got a point there. You guys know what, you understand what I'm saying? I've never met her. I have nothing against her, but Nick, through his friend, is, I guess, got a point. Bone Crusher has a new CD coming out. Bone Crusher's new CD is going to be out on July 18th, the anniversary of Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston's wedding, and also my birthday. So, happy anniversary and happy birthday. Here's your Bone Crusher CD. The death of Professor X from the X Clan still resonates throughout the hip-hop nation. But I was reminded earlier today that it was X-Clan member Sugar Shaft back in 1995 who died of complications related to AIDS. Yes. Yeah. Sure. Well, Stephanie's on line number 2. She's 20. She says she's positive her man has been sleeping with other women. So, Stephanie, hi, it's Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi. So you're positive?
Yes.
And how long has he been your man?
Well, we're not exactly together.
Okay.
But it's been 3 years. And I've done my dirt, but I know, that he's doing things. And I've never carried on, a relationship more than a month.
Okay.
I've been talking to him.
Yeah, but it sounds like the relationship is now over. So then why is this even an issue in your life?
Because it's not even that it's over, because I deal with it, and I've been dealing with it in
the beginning of our the first 15 seconds, I said, how long have you been together? You said you're not really together anymore.
Well, we really were never together.
Okay, so then what difference does it make to you? You've done your dirt, he's done his, and let everybody go their separate ways. He's not your man. You've never claimed him. He's never claimed you. You just said you weren't ever really together. So this is your friend with benefits, who you know for a fact is sleeping with other women. So what difference does it make? I mean, nobody has a claim on friends with benefits.
Because I want to be with him.
Yeah, but if he's with... See, here's the thing, Steph. If it's been 3 years that you guys have been sleeping together as friends with benefits, right? He doesn't want to be with you. If he did, he would have spoken up. Just like if you really wanted to be with him, your window of opportunity is gone. I mean, you should have said something years ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So get him out of your system. Maybe when you guys are both 27, maybe you'll come back together in a normal, reasonable expectations of what a relationship is, which starts off with claiming, you are my boyfriend, I am your girlfriend. There's no question about that. All right, Stephanie, thanks for calling. Bye. In the meantime, Belinda's on line number 1. Belinda works with Momo, who we talked to in our last break.
Wendy.
Yes, Belinda.
Wendy, girl, let me tell you. Why the last caller that called you was my girlfriend here at work. We work at a hospital in New Jersey. We work in patient accounts. Momo is Monique. We be trying to tell her to leave that guy alone, that he ain't no good for her.
Yeah.
But she insists, Wendy, why she got his name tattooed on her leg? Wendy, why did she have her friends go to the wedding, take pictures, and she got the pictures on her desk here at work, Wendy? Wendy, why this man had the nerve to take her to the court to divorce her husband, promised that he was going to be with her and everything, and now she's just all shot out over him.
Oh, no.
Is that awful?
So wait a minute. So what's going on there at the nurse's station? Do you guys laugh at Momo?
Wait. No. First of all, she comes around to tell everybody in the cubicle her business and how she feels about everybody. So we just give her advice. But we sit here and we listen from you from 2 to 4:30.
Yes.
We get off at 4:30.
Yes.
So, we all just be comparing stories and everything like that. And I told her she got to leave him alone.
Yes.
I had a guy that was no good, Wendy, but I have a good man now.
Yes.
And I'm trying to tell her, leave him alone. Get that tattoo removed.
Yes.
Move on. Every time I go over there to her area, I'm always putting the pictures down, flipping the pictures down.
Yes.
Be done with that.
So Belinda, when we get off the telephone, because Momo's listening now, are you going to go over to her cubicle and give her a hug?
I'm going to give her a hug. I'm going to give her a kiss. I be trying to tell her. She was just over here. I said, go sit down. I did not even know she got through to you.
Yeah, she did.
Wendy,
all right. Well,
Wendy,
yeah.
Just tell her, please give her a shout out. Give us all a shout out at the patient accounts department in Children's Specialized Hospital. She needs a lot of love.
You just did it on the radio.
Oh, great.
Give her...
Wendy, one more thing, Wendy. Can I please give my daughter a shout out, Demisha? She goes to Team Academy.
You just did that on the radio.
I want to tell her that I love her and I love my fiance, Craig.
Oh,
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Belinda.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Hey, Momo, Belinda's on her way around to your cubicle. All the nurses, attention all the nurses. Momo needs as much help as you can possibly offer. And don't just flip those pictures down. Throw them away when Momo's not looking, okay? All right, everybody, keep it here. The real advice hour is coming up next.
Wendy, man.
Presently, my husband just got discharged from the military. But now he's home, and I just want to tell him to get the out.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice out.
I'm having a problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Mm-hmm. Hey, everybody. It's time for Advice Hour here on the Wendy Williams Experience. A shout out to a few of the celebrities that I know enjoy listening to the show on their own time. A special shout out to Khalees. I had such a good time speaking with you last week. And I actually watched your video twice today when I came in to try to get in the groove of your new song. I caught myself snapping my neck for a minute there, Khalees. Shout out to her husband, Nas, too. And also shout out to all three of the locks, Jadakiss, Styles, P. And, of course, shout out to Chic Luch. And shout out to makeup artist to the stars and friend to the show, Sam Fine. And thank you, good people, for listening today. Oh, by the way, the new Wendy Williams Experience podcast is up featuring Robin Givens. So if you're a watcher of the Wendy Williams Experience podcast, then you can zhuzh this up at any given point today or the next few days and check it out. Go to my podcast on iTunes and check out Robin Givens in the studio as she breaks it down, plus some of the behind the scenes chaos that regularly go on with this show. Oh, by the way, speaking of this show, Jennifer Freeman, the actress from My Wife and Kids, has been added to the Randy Robinson Experiment. The Wendy Williams Experience on Showtime. Wait, no, hold on. You don't even know the role Jennifer Freeman is playing. Are you ready for this one? She's playing the high school niece to Randy Robinson. Would that be anything like my high school niece, Alexandra? All right now. In the meantime, I like to start off Advice Hour with the Medical Minute, and so here we go. There was a study published in this month's issue of the journal of a journal called Emerging Infectious Diseases. This is my kind of reading. I'll tell you what, I'm not a doctor, but we moved into a house that a doctor owned, and so I love that I still get all of his periodicals and stuff, and I read them because you know me. I'm paranoid. So this one I particularly enjoy reading. And inside, it's talking about the hand sanitizers, like this very one that I have in front of me, Purell. What it says is that some of these sanitizers don't contain enough alcohol concentrate to kill the germs on your hands. Whoa. Now, first of all, if you have visible dirt on your hands, I don't have to tell you this. You already know. You need to go to a regular sink and use soap and water, right? If you have visible dirt on your hands, these sanitizers are for those germs that you can't see. Okay. Well, with that in mind, the researchers have come to the conclusion, and want to pass this along to John Q. Public, that you should check your bottle of hand sanitizer for the active ingredients. Now, the active ingredient that you're looking for is alcohol. It might say ethyl alcohol. It might say ethanol. It might say isopropanol or some variation. Those are all fine, but what they want you to make sure is that your bottle of sanitizer contains between 60 and 95% of this alcohol. Anything less, there's not enough alcohol to clean your hands up. Now, I happen to clean my hands with a bottle of Purell sanitizer that I keep here on my console, and it contains 62% of alcohol. So my hands are clean. How about yours? And that is Wendy's Medical Minute. Thank you very much.
Imagine simultaneously.
Huh? What? That's the is, and it is what it is. Dear Wendy, I recently caught my husband cross-dressing in my bedroom. I caught him trying on my new Victoria's Secret panties last night. I told him that I didn't approve of what he was doing, and he came straight out and told me that he's gay, and that he always felt inside he was a woman, and there's nothing that he can do to restrain himself, and that he intentionally did it while I was around because he didn't have any other way to tell me that he was gay. We both sat down on the patio last night and we had a long chat. I asked him how long he was cross-dressing and how long he's been gay, and he told me that his partner asked him to wear women's apparel while they were dining or just going somewhere casual. He also went on to tell me that he's been having sex with men for 5 years now. I asked him why he's living a life like this and why is he just telling me, and he told me that he didn't want to be married. He didn't want to be a married man anymore, and he didn't feel comfortable coming home to a woman. And he told me, thank you for our two daughters, ages 25 and 23. Wendy, I'm a 52-year-old woman, and he's 46. And we've been married for 22 years. And yes, we did have our ups and downs, but everything would fall back into place quickly. I've never caught him or suspected him of cheating on me in the past, but for him to come out and tell me that he's gay, Wendy, I can't handle it. I'm so frustrated and heartbroken. My life is a mess. I'm miserable right now. I don't know how to handle the situation like this. Do you think I should tell my daughters that their father is gay? My oldest daughter is against homosexuality. Okay, wait, there's more to read in this, but I don't want to forget her initial question. Yes, you should tell your daughters. They are going to be your biggest supporters, but don't rely on them totally. Remember, they have their own lives. Your daughters are old enough to handle this. One is 25 and one is 23. Yes. And you're 52. Remember, you got to be the strongest out of the three of you women. So you tell your daughters and let them do with the information what they may, and that'll at least relieve you of some of your burden. All right, let me continue. And I don't know how to present this one to her or to my oldest daughter or my youngest daughter. The last thing, well, let me stop. Let me just talk about presentation. You invite them over your house and you sit them down and you tell them. And you make sure that your husband is nowhere around. And you have this conversation in your house. And you have it on a day where you girls can spend the whole weekend together. See, I go for dropping bombs on a Friday. Because in that way, by the time it's time to go back to work on Monday, not that everybody's back to normal, but at least you've had time to digest it and share and grieve as a family and hatch a plan. So yes, you tell them on Friday. Mm-hmm. The last thing my husband told me last night was that I should forget about him and that I shouldn't be surprised if I see the divorce papers in the mail. He told me that I should start looking for my own place to stay and that I shouldn't expect to get anything after the divorce. Well, freeze. First of all, you will be keeping the house. And you will be keeping the cars, and you'll be keeping your jewelry, and anything that would be divided in half, you'll be keeping. Unless he wants a full-blown blow-up about his entire life and his entire situation, he will leave you the hell alone. Okay, let me move on. Oh, Lord, Wendy, I can't stop crying. Wendy, he is the second vice president of an oil company in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Okay, freeze. Second vice president? Great. You've got great leverage. You call the shots on how this divorce goes down. You understand me? And you get your daughters to help you, and you get yourself a good divorce lawyer. You should be the first bastion of stress. Don't put this off on your daughter. Your lawyer should be the second bastion. And then your daughters, and only feed them what they need to know. Just keep in mind, this is your mess. They're just a byproduct of the mess. This is your mess. Please don't put all this stress off on your girls, but they should be informed. Okay, let me continue. Wendy, I can't tell you the name of the oil company for the sake of trouble, but I am literally shocked from all that he's told me yesterday. Wendy, how do you think I would get through a situation from all that my soon-to-be ex-husband told me? This morning, I went to my doctor to get a thorough checkup for STDs, including HIV and AIDS. My doctor took 5 blood samples from me and told me the results won't be back until 2 weeks in time. Wendy, I'm dying to know the results. I'm so restless right now. Yada, 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 so on and so forth. Signed, Dawn. Okay, you need to be honest with your doctor. Hopefully your doctor practices confidentiality that they're sworn to. You need to tell your doctor what he or she needs to know. Like, your husband has been dipping and dabbing and so on and so forth. Chances are, hopefully, God willing, you don't have any STDs. But you know what you need from your doctor? You need a referral to a shrink. Because you, your lawyer, and your shrink need to be the first line of defense. Don't have all your 2 daughters wear all of this, but I would sit down and talk to the daughters, and I would not let him get 1 inch of wiggle room in the divorce. Because as the executive vice president, you will blow up his spot and still be able to collect your alimony.
I have one thing to say.
You better sue.
I'm a homo. I like guys.
And I have one thing to say. You better sue. You better sue. And listen, 52, you're still young enough to, get it in with the next man. So don't you worry. And don't, everything. Lily's on line number 5. She's the 24-year-old woman who's dating the NFL player from Philadelphia. Lily, you're calling back with an update?
Yeah.
Okay, Lily is dating the black NFL player who he used to play for the Tampa Buccaneers?
Yeah.
And now he plays for He's
in the middle of a trade between the Falcons and the Eagles. The Eagles are trying to get him.
Yeah, got you. Okay, now you've been with him for years. You're 24 years old, but he's also been with other women. But you are lockjawed on this relationship, and you're not going to let it go.
Well, he's honestly not letting it go because I took your advice and told him, that I was ready to let their whole relationship go. Mm-hmm. And he was crying, calling me on the phone. He actually surprised me and came to Philly this weekend. Okay. And he had a big-ass rock in his hand proposing to me. 3-carat Harry Winston.
Okay.
And it's like, I don't know if I should do it, but like the girl found out, the baby mama found out, and she is like totally, she's been calling me, just leaving me messages all types of the night.
Are you guys comrades or are you enemies?
I've never met the girl, but she seems to know who the hell I am. Okay.
Is she calling you all kinds of B's on the phone?
Yes. She's like, leave him the F alone.
She black girl or white girl?
She's a white girl.
Now, do you have one child with him or two?
One.
Okay. So what are you going to do? You're going to accept his proposal?
I don't know what to do. Like, I did not accept the ring. He said he's going to come back and this weekend coming, and I need to give him an answer. But he was just like crying, telling me he needed me. He hates her, and just it's not just her. He has other women.
I know
that he messes with.
Well, here's the thing. Lily, and I remember a bit of your story, and don't take this disrespectfully, but I recall you not saying that you have much going on in your life by way of a career and education and all like that, right?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I have a bachelor's degree from the University of South Florida.
Oh, I'm getting my chicken heads mixed up. Okay.
So, I'm actually very educated. I've been private schooled my entire life.
Okay, what are you doing now?
I am working on getting a real estate license in the state of Pennsylvania. I have one in the state of Florida, but I'm working on getting one in the state of Pennsylvania.
But I mean, what are you doing now? How do you get paychecks now? Period. See?
Get child support.
Okay, gotcha.
My parents. I'm pretty spoiled.
So I was right in my first assessment. I yes, you are the right one. All right, so here's the deal. If you want to be paid reasonably well for a very, very long time, then you could accept his proposal and there you go. If you're just about getting your child support, getting your real estate license and doing it for yourself and standing by your convictions, then you won't accept the proposal. And realize that when you accept the proposal, you're accepting all of his crap, including the 5+ women that he's screwing around with and or has babies with right now. Because he's not going to drop them for you, Lil. He's not going to drop them. So it's all on what you want for yourself. Apparently, your parents have raised you better than this.
Yeah. I mean, he's like even offering to go to counseling, and, you know, he tugs on my heartstrings. We've just been through so much together. We've had a lot of deaths in both of our families that we've just been there for each other, for our friends. It's just a lot of stuff that we've been through. Like I said, 2 years ago, I was 7.5 months pregnant with this child, and he pushed me down the steps, and the baby died.
I remember you told me.
Yeah, we were just like, we've been through a lot. I mean, it wasn't an intentional. I don't want you to think he's like abusive at all.
But I do.
Right.
But I do. He pushed you down the steps and your belly was out. Like, you weren't just pregnant and your stomach was flat. You were pregnant and you had a big belly. Yes, he is abusive, Lil. And your parents raised you better than that. And you know, you started out in life wanting more than this. Now, if you don't mind being in an abusive marriage with, you know, your husband having several women on the sides because you're going to be doing it for yourself too, then go ahead, because your financial future, at least the immediate financial future, is secured. And if you take some of that money that he gives you to go shopping with, say he gives you, you know, $5,000 here, and you only shop with $500 because you go to Marshall's, which, by the way, the inventory at Marshall's has gone downhill so much. It's a shadow of the store that it used to be when I was growing up.
I'm just like so spoiled that that's like not even what I'm worried about, like my financial future. I'm not even worried about that. My parents are extremely financially set.
Okay, great. So then what we're dealing with is dignity. If you have no dignity, you'll marry him. If you've got a shred of dignity, you will tell him to put that ring where? Back there. Thank you very much for calling, Lily, and I wish you well in your decision. All right, everybody. We'll be back with more Advice Hour and the results to yesterday's People Poll question coming up on the Wendy Experience.
Wendy, man.
My oldest brother, he told me he had a very good surprise. The surprise was that he turned himself into a woman.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS, saluting extraordinary members of our community and and taking pride in their accomplishments.
Today we salute Hazel Dukes. Hazel Dukes, president of the New York State Conference of the NAACP branches, speaks on behalf of New Yorkers for Smaller Classes, a coalition of 23 parent groups, unions, advocacy organizations, and faith-based associations representing thousands of members from all walks of life, dedicated to improving the educational opportunities of New York City public school students. Hazel Dukes is an example of someone who is living Black history every day.
107.5 WBLS, New York's only African-American owned and operated radio station, living and celebrating Black history every day. Sponsored by Chevrolet Saturn of Harlem. Now hiring. Stop by their new dealership at 127th Street at 2nd Avenue.
Chevrolet and Saturn of Harlem is proud to sponsor Living Black History. Chevrolet and Saturn of Harlem is the first minority-owned and operated new car dealership to open in Harlem in over 50 years. Stop by 127th and 2nd Avenue for their grand opening. They guarantee you no one will give you better service and the largest new and used car selections in the city. Whether you have perfect credit, bad credit, or no credit is not a problem at Chevrolet and Saturn of Harlem at 127th and 2nd Avenue, your new community car dealer.
You know, I am just gazing out of the window in a bit of conflumetry. I cannot believe that the Chevrolet Saturn dealership is the first owned and operated black dealers or business in Harlem in 50 years. You mean to tell me that all those businesses in Harlem in the last 50 years are white? Or other? Oh, damn. People. Wow. Wait. Well, thank goodness for Jewel Santana at the Hip Hop Soda Shop, supposed to be opening later on this spring. Well, he's a part owner in that, but let me find out he's a front person. You know what I mean? That's white owned and white. Oh, Black people unite. Let's all get down. Wow. One time for Harlem. And the business is up there. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. Keep that music going on. There's a 15-year-old girl in the Bronx. She's having an affair with her high school gym teacher. Yes, one time for the teachers. You pathetic asses having affairs with the kids. This song is so funny to me. Wow. Okay, so that's coming up later on for Advice Hour. But I wanted to let you good people, you fabulous people, know that this hour of the Wendy Williams Experience is being brought to you by TV 411. Oh, I see Brokeback Mountain is going to be, the Oscar-winning picture is going to be available on DVD, The Gay Cowboy Romance, April 4th. April 4th, you do. Let me talk to you about St. Ives Collagen Elastin Moisture. It's fabulous. It's got the collagen. You know what that is? Ooh, those are the proteins found in that young, healthy, nubile skin. Yes. St. Ives mimics that in their collagen elastin protein, which is the ingredient inside the St. Ives Collagen Elastin Moisture. Love this stuff. It goes on your skin easily, as usual with all St. Ives products. It absorbs fabulously and fast, and St. Ives is a proud sponsor of the U.S. ski team and snowboard team. You know their conditions, so if it's good enough for them, you know it's good enough for you. Shout out to everybody who's going to be at Hunter College tonight. I'm doing women in communication, women in entertainment. Sisters doing it for themselves. Talk to other women at Hunter College tonight. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. WBLS is a proud sponsor of TV 411. Learn to improve your reading and writing and math skills by watching TV 411. It comes on Fridays at 12:30 p.m. This is good for people going for their GED. You get that extra help that you need. And it also, I didn't give you the channel. Fridays at 12:30 p.m. on Channel 13. There you go. There you go.
Did you finish that?
Just as cute as you want to be. Okay. Dear Wendy. Okay. My best friend and I have been best friends for 13 years now. We're both 25 years old. Wendy, that is my dog. Now, she works in a studio around our way. She's a songwriter, and she's very talented. The problem, her and the owner of the studio actually were getting it in a while ago. But there were never any feelings behind it. Wendy, I started messing with him recently with her blessings, and unexpectedly I caught feelings for him. But when I told her this, she flipped on me and told me that I had to end it. She said that I could mess with him, but she didn't count on me catching feelings because I don't catch feelings easily. And now I'm caught between the rock and a hard place, Wendy. This is my friend, but I haven't had these kind of feelings for a guy in a long time. And it's nice. We have 2 other girls that we hang out with, and one is siding with her and the other is siding with me. So I just want to make sure I'm seeing things correctly and that I'm not the one in the wrong. I think she's being selfish in telling me I have to stop seeing him cause I feel like I've been through a lot in my 25 years and I deserve this happiness right now. Wendy, what should I do? This guy is laying it on a sister and mad talented and all that stuff. But like I said, this is my dog and I love her way too much to mess up our friendship. Signed, Conflicted in the City. You got to leave him alone. Well, this is the only reason why I say that. Because at 20... All right, here's the thing. Say this becomes your boyfriend because you've caught feelings and stuff. You realize that he, too, works in the same studio. She's going to sleep with him just to avenge your love. I would. Just because I'm so mad at you. And just because I want to so badly one day for you to understand that he wasn't worth it, I'm going to still sleep with him. Because at 25, that's how trifling I was. And that's how trifling you can be. And that's how I'd get down. I'd still sleep with him. I'd still be getting it in regardless. In addition, if... You just can't do it. See, I might have a different answer if this guy had nothing to do with what she does. But he's at the studio, she's at the studio. You're way the hell over here. They got plenty of time to get it in behind your back. He's a dog. Because any man who would sleep with the friend and then the best friend, even with the consent, is like, a dog and sloppy. Chances are he's sleeping with other people besides the 2 of you. And he might have told you that he stopped sleeping with her, and maybe he has for a moment, but trust, even if he doesn't want to sleep with her, she's going to throw it on him, because I would. Even if he says, no, I'm committed to Rosie. I'm just using your name, Conflicted in the City. No, I'm committed to Conflicted in the City. I'm committed to her. I can't sleep with you anymore. Yes, you can. I'd show up in the studio butt naked, legs spread wide open, with a fresh colonic and a fresh shave job. That's right. I'd throw it at him every which way, and he'd catch it. And I'd make sure that you found out about it. Because you've hurt me, and now I'm going to hurt you. Leave him alone. It's not even worth it. I mean, even if you drop her as a friend, you got to drop him as the man potential. He's going to sleep with her, even if he doesn't want to. Because there is power in the punani. And I'd throw it on him any which way. I'd make him take it. Take it. You already been here. Take it. Yeah, you got to leave him alone. Yeah. All right. I got to continue with the break. Coming back, I got that high school girl, 15 years old, having an affair with her gym teacher up in the Bronx. She doesn't give any hints as to who he is, but I swear if I knew, I would tell you guys. Anyway, and then a woman with a problem that literally is ruining her life. A very embarrassing problem. It's ruining her life. We'll talk about that. I'll take your phone calls. And we've got the results to yesterday's People Poll question and a brand new People Poll question to lay on the table. It's Wendy Williams until 7 o'clock on 107.5 WBLS.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
A shocking story surfacing within the school district has many parents on edge. Police said 2 6-year-old boys were performing sex acts on each other on campus. There was... Oh, come on. Come on.
How you doing?
I'm gay. I'm a homo. I like guys.
I'm embarrassed. Why am I laughing at this crap? Come on.
This is it right here.
Miss a day, miss a whole lot.
Coming through your speakers, boy.
It's Wendy, man.
Sometimes you just laugh because somebody's laughing. Oh my gosh. Gay is gay. 6 years old, 60 years old.
I'm gay.
You guys. Dear Wendy. All right, everybody, this is serious. Dear Wendy. But stay close to the buttons because we might find something comical in this too. Dear Wendy. I'm secretly writing you this letter. I'm a 15-year-old, and I've been having an affair with my high school gym teacher. And now I just found out that I'm pregnant. I'm writing to ask you if you know of any clinics in the Bronx or the tri-state area that does teenage abortions.
Ow.
Please find out and tell me because I can't go anywhere by myself to ask because they are going to tell me that I'm a minor. My boyfriend is going to follow me to the clinic and sign for me as my guardian. I can't tell my mother or my father or anyone else. They would hang me by my neck. Thank you in advance, Tia. I'm not at liberty to, first of all, I don't know of places that do teenage abortions. Don't you have to have that consent form and be accompanied by an adult? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the rules of the game have changed considerably. I don't know. But I'll tell you what. So you're pregnant and you don't know whether it's your boyfriend or your high school gym teacher. Because you said you have a boyfriend. Does your boyfriend know? Oh, gosh, there's so many questions that I have for this young woman. If it is possible for you to fax me back, does your boyfriend know? And tell me, and I understand your parents would hang you, but your parents would also get over it. There's a bigger situation here, and that is there is a predator at your high school. There is a man who preys on young girls at your high school, and he needs to lose his job and also be exposed. Tia. And so you weren't using protection? He wasn't using protection? I mean, you know, you're old enough to have sex. I know you're old enough to know what a rubber is, a condom. Nobody's using protection, and you're not using protection with your boyfriend. So in other words, you were destined to get pregnant, whether it was with your boyfriend or anybody else. Because if you're so fearful of your parents, it would seem to me that you'd be using all kind of protection. If you're old enough to go into a clinic to find out that you're pregnant, then certainly you're old enough to go into a clinic to get some birth control ahead of time. I am not at liberty to give out information pertaining to abortion clinics and whatnot. However, I would like to be educated on the abortion laws as they pertain to teenagers. As they pertain to teenagers. Is there some place anywhere in the country where a teen can just walk in and order up a hanger? Goose, stop laughing. I mean, is there any place in the country where a teenager can do that? Oh, my God. Tina, I'll get back to you. Make sure that you keep listening. Adults, people listening to this show, I need your help with this one. What are the abortion laws as they pertain to teenagers? With the administration trying to outlaw abortion for everybody, adults and everybody, what rights do teenagers still have? I thought that the law was that even if, you know, you're a pregnant woman, you want to get an abortion, but you're married, I thought you had to go in there with your spouse. Like he owns you. You're not the boss of me. You know what I mean? But I thought that your husband has to go with you as the boss of you to sign off on your own damn uterus. What are the laws? People who know, I want to know the laws as they pertain to teenagers getting abortions, and I would like to know the abortion law as it pertains to married people getting abortions. What are those laws? I'll get back to you, Tia. Thank you for writing in. And now, Maria is on line number 1. She's 31. She's in a 3-year relationship, and she has issues with his brother. Oh, your brother's girlfriend.
Well, this is the issue. I mean, that is a problem that was there, but the issue is that he's invited to a wedding, and he told me I was invited, but he doesn't feel as though it's a good idea that I come. Okay. And I honestly am very hurt by that, and I don't know what I should do. It's going to be 3 years that I'm with him, and I'm just wondering, is this a sign of what's to come? Like, I feel as though he's ashamed to be with me. Yeah, I do so much for him.
Yeah, well, let me just find a little background. Do you have children together?
Yes, we live together.
No, all right, you live together, but do you have children together?
No, I have a child by another person.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now who is this person that your boyfriend's, who's the wedding? Whose wedding is this?
His brother's.
All right, his brother's wedding. Are you sure that his brother has included you as a +1?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I do think that it is wrong that you're not going. And I do think that this is worth bringing up in a huge issue. Now, hold on. There's exception to every rule. Is the location of the wedding out of you all's budget to purchase a round-trip ticket for 2?
No, not at all. I pay for everything. I do everything. I have no problem. When it comes to finances, I'm very financially well off.
Well, then this is what I smell. I smell an ex-girlfriend up in the mix at the wedding.
My ex is going to be at the wedding.
Oh, well, why didn't you say that? Why? I mean, geez, I don't want you at the wedding either. I don't want you at the wedding either. I don't want you there either. I'm answering from a man's point of view. I don't want you at the wedding either. Okay, Maria, bye. Right. I wish you would have said that to begin with. I mean, Maria, sometimes, you have to look at it from a man's point of view, just like, from a woman's point of view. I don't want you at the wedding either. Your ex is going to be there? No, I don't want you to be there. You're looking all good, looking all fine. Lost them 10 pounds on LA weight loss. What? You know what I'm saying? Doing your sit-ups, stomach all nice, weather about to change, you're looking all ripe. You know what? And I'm not secure enough for your ex-boyfriend to see you there. Chances are he'll be making eyes at you, trying to pull you from me. Drinks will be flowing, and who knows which way. I'm all insecure. I don't want you there. As a matter of fact, even without you there, I might end up punching him in the face. Yeah, there might be a fight at my own brother's wedding. Wait, hold on. The people poll question. Yesterday's people poll question. Do you have a positive relationship with your boss? 74% of you all said yes, and 26% of you guys said no. Today's people poll question, and you can go to my website and just answer yes or no. TheWendyWilliamsExperience.com.
Wendy at the Wendy.
No, that's the email.
Okay.
Yeah. TheWendyWilliamsExperience.com. And today's question is, and this is based on a phone call that I received yesterday. And phone calls that I receive on a regular basis. Damn you all. Have you ever slept with a relative's mate? Have you ever slept with a relative's mate?
Oh.
Yes or no? Okay, so you can go to my website. I'll give you the results tomorrow at this exact time. All right. We're going to go into the break. When we come back, we will gossip about that damn Mace. We'll talk about Reese and Ryan and Mariah and Prince and Carmen, Electra and Dave and a whole lot more. So keep it where you got it. It's Wendy, man.
Wendy, man.
My brother, he's 28 years old, has 4 children by 4 different women. But this heifer called my mother yesterday. She's like, he got my sister pregnant. I want the money back for the abortion. The heifer showed up at my house with a receipt. I fell out.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Here's what's happening at 107.5 WBLS, celebrating 35 years of service to our community.
Brooklyn, this Thursday, March 23rd from 5 to 7 p.m. Join the WBLS Street Team at the Bally's Total Fitness, 2163 Tilden Avenue. Sponsored by WBLS. Get away and play trip a day to Puerto Rico and get station goodies while supplies last.
WBLS.
Gallop into the Brooklyn Children's Museum for Joshua's Journey, a hands-on experience where kids experience a Wild West adventure. Now through May 14th. For ticket information, call 718-735-4400.
WBLS.
This calendar is brought to you by the GED Connection, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 a.m. and at 12:30 p.m.
For more information, log on to WBLS.com.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Wendy.
Hey.
I need some advice.
Oh, okay.
About plastic surgery.
Oh, that's right up my alley. Okay, let's talk.
Okay, when you had your sex change,
Mm-hmm.
Did they, take it all off, or what did they do?
No, well, what they did was they took me down to about a half an inch. They split that in two, and they created an opening. Just so that I can have a little bit of everything. Do you understand?
No, not really.
No, hold on. I'm going to explain to you. And then they took the tip of my and they attached it to my kneecap.
Oh, come on, Wendy. I'm being serious.
I thought you were being serious with your question, so I'm being serious with my answer. Have I
answered you sufficiently? How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? Oh, you don't want to play the game since you started the game? Oh, you're messing with the best baby. No, we can go there. Yep, see? Coward. Coward. Hello? How you doing? It's Woody. And I'm out.
This is it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot.
Coming through your speakers, boy.
It's Wendy, man.
Okay. Just a little layover from Advice Hour. I've got the teen abortion laws. Now, the young lady who is pregnant, she assumes it's by her high school gym teacher. She doesn't want to tell her parents. I'm not at liberty to talk to her about what to do with the pregnancy. She also has a boyfriend. Her boyfriend is willing to take her, hold her hand, and sign as her guardian. I guess her boyfriend is an adult. My assumption is. Over at the abortion clinic. I asked for the laws on teen abortion from state to state. This young lady happens to be from the Bronx, New York. And Jocelyn DeVoe, I love your name, Jocelyn DeVoe. She was nice enough to send me these laws. Jocelyn is over at Crystal Radio, New York, but she says 15 years ago, the 15-year-old can go to Planned Parenthood. I'm not sure about abortion, but I know that birth control is free till you're 18, she says. But this is what came from Jocelyn, and she has a printout here. This looks like it's pretty official. It says, states that do not require parental permission are as followed. And New York and New Jersey happen to be two of those states. I'll be sitting here all day reading all of these, but from state to state, the laws vary. But in New York and New Jersey, you do not need parental consent. So there you go. The woman who called last hour, whose husband cross-dresses and has admitted that he's gay, that he's gay. William Whitlow, who's a longtime listener of the show, says that he says, Wendy, I love you, but Wendy, here you go again. I see you have a prejudice against gay people when it comes down to it. First of all, black men have a hard time with this, coming to terms with their sexuality because of all the hate and venom people spew when they find out that they are gay. It's not easy for people to come out in this society. William, it might not be easy, but the idea of dragging a wife along for the ride and 2 daughters later, sorry, William, but, I put myself in her position. So I stand by what she asked me for advice. I stand by what I advised her. And she can do what she wants, because ultimately speaking, I always do believe that the answer lies within, and you all should always do what you want. William goes on to say more, and then he says, sometimes I'm so disappointed in your advice. I'm fighting, but not really fighting. I remain as William Widlow IV. P.S. Ooh, how you doing?
How you doing?
Thank you, William. So, C. Murder is under house arrest, everyone. He is free, but he's under house arrest. Now, if he can stay under house arrest in the kind of place that Master P showed us on Cribs, or any place remotely like that, then it's pretty damn good to be C. Murder, because he's under house arrest, but in good living conditions. He's posted his $500,000 bond, and he's 35, and he's charged with fatally shooting a 16-year-old back in 2002. This is Master P's younger brother, for those of you not familiar with who C. Murder is. He's presently out of jail on bond, but he's under house arrest. So he was put into home incarceration by the sheriff's department. During the house arrest, they say he will wear a monitor so the authorities can track his whereabouts, whether he's in the library or one of the 20 bathrooms or whatever. He is restricted to his home and can only leave for court-approved appointments. Well, gee, C. Murder. It's not much of a rap career. More famous for being Master P's brother and this shooting that he's being. Let me see, that home is, that might be one bedroom someplace. You know, a little bootleg cable. Nah, he's good. Listen, it's better than a cell. Della Reese is about to launch a clothing line. I called my mother on this one, and my mother said, "Who cares?" Well, I just wanted to know from somebody who's in Della Reese's age bracket. Della's 74 years old. My mother said to me, "Have you seen her styles on Touched by an Angel? Have you seen her hair? Wendy, I'm not interested." She said, "Besides, I don't want to dress like an old woman. I just embrace being an old woman, but I'm still interested in the fashions and the styles." But this is why Della Reese, I explained to my mother, Della's tired of boring clothes for larger women. My mother's not large like that, but she's an older woman. My mother's not a plus-size woman. But she's a plus-size actress, and she's doing her own line. And here's her quote. "It's very difficult for me to find anything with shape and color." She's 5'2", and she weighs 200 pounds. And her designs are going to be vivid hues, and her line will debut on April 4th on, guess what? HSN. I will be right there watching it. I'll be right there. Home Shopping Network and QVC. I love watching. She says, "I want to give women the opportunity to have some pizzazz." Her line of cocktail, office, and casual wear will be in a range of colors. Della goes on to say, "I like bright yellows, oranges, reds. I like purple and pink. Not just purple, but purple," she says. So, ladies of a certain age, join me as we watch HSN on April 4th. The Della Reese fashions. I'm there. I am there. So here's Eva Longoria. Okay, it's starting to seep out now. Eva Longoria's grandmother doesn't know that Tony's black.
Oh.
Well, she's talking in the new Allure magazine. I don't know if you've picked it up yet. But she says her mother reminds her that not everybody approves that she's dating a biracial man. And here's one of Eva's quotes about her mother. She said, "You can't give grandma a calendar." I guess calendar because it's going to have Tony's picture. Eva goes on to say about what her mother said. "She doesn't know Tony's black." And so this is what Eva told her mother. "Well, just tell her he's French." Yeah, well, I see what's going on. Dear Wendy, yesterday I heard you say something about one of the members of Black Sheep having a legendary Richard. Well, I don't know if you care, but if it's legendary for being sloppy, then it's legendary. The fake socially conscious brother Drez from Black Sheep, that's the rap group from back in the day, you all, has 3 kids with 3 different babies' mother, and he's like the poster child for deadbeat dads owing, she says, hundreds of thousands of dollars in child support. I don't know any of that to be true. She goes on to say none of his kids have his last name. He doesn't take care of any of his kids, and he doesn't have a good relationship with any of the kids' mothers. To add to the sloppiness, I even know somebody personally who gave him an STD. I don't know any of this to be true, you all. She goes on to say, old boy is just whack, and now he's shacking up with some Mexican chick that needs a green card. So you might hear of a wedding soon. Old boy is just tripping. Well, I just wanted to drop you this info since you mentioned the early 90s one-hit wonders. Smooches. It's signed off, shaking my head in NYC. That must be a side-to-side shake with the screw up in the corner of the mouth like this. And what did I say about Black Sheep? That they're performing with somebody at B.B. King's place. Oh, I forgot. It was yesterday. Oh. As you can hear, we are about to get a new studio. The drilling is going on as we speak. Mariah Carey's hot new body, it's rocking. You know, when we saw her in the shorts and the pink shirt on the Golden Globes, many of you all said that, she, was just too big to be wearing that outfit. I thought that she looked perfectly fine. Then again, a large part of me is very inappropriate. But she said she was horrified when she looked back at her performance of the Golden Globes. Since then, she's been working overtime with her personal trainer. And here's what she says. Everyone said that I was fat, so I did something about it. And now what's her quote about herself? She says, I'll never be a stick figure, but now I'm fierce. So at 36 years old, Mariah is down from 170 pounds, which is what she says she weighed at the Golden Globes, down to 150 pounds. Mimi, you look Mimi-licious. You look great. You look terrific, Mariah. Yeah, sure. Shout out to everybody over at Fendi. Especially the customer service department. Thank you. I located the belt. And you know what the belt is, the belt of the season. It's that thick one. It's about 3.5 inches thick. It's got that big buckle, and it's perfect to cinch your waist, and the perfect accessory on top of whatever it is that you wear. Belts are big, and this belt is, as far as I'm concerned, the it accessory of the season. You know what I mean? Like a thick belt is a thick belt, but this belt is really something, just really something. So there's a big wait list for this belt. And so I called the customer service yesterday, and I'm like, I want to be added to the wait list, and I had to leave a message. So I'm like, they're not going to call me back. My last name is not Zeta Jones, or Bassett. So I'm not going to get a call back. I'm not calling, as a stylist representing, some Golden Globe nominee. So I'm not going to get a call back. I got a call back this morning. So I ordered a patent leather one and then a black one. And then, I asked, when they'd be in. And she said next week. And I said, wait a minute. I'll be in Puerto Rico next week. Now, all of a sudden, the belt's going to come in. And I'm not going to answer my cell phone because I'm cheap. I don't need cell service in Puerto Rico. How often do I go there? My cell service extends to about 3 states. That's it. I'm too cheap to pay for more. But shout out to Fendi, the customer service. I love you all like cooked food. Yeah, so I understand this Lindsay Lohan was over at Louis Vuitton here in Manhattan, the flagship store over on Fifth Avenue. And they shut the whole joint down, she and her friends, for a few hours. But I told you guys that she is this close to signing as the new person for the ad campaign. At this point, she probably signed. I don't know. I have no idea. They say that Gwen Stefani wants to create a magazine of her own. Isn't that magazine already created? Wouldn't that be like Jane? Like the same people who read Jane would read Gwen's magazine? I don't know, too many magazines. I have yet to see her clothing line, but every time I see, her wearing something and it says it's from her clothing line, I'm like, wow, that's really nice. Where do you get this stuff? Like, I don't want a lamb bag. I lived through Le Sport Sacks. So, I'm over that whole Le Sport Sack thing. But the other stuff, it's just like real cute stuff. Somebody sent me a whole bunch of the Kimora Lee Simmons stuff. That was real nice stuff, too. The problem is because it was sent to me, and I'm very, very paranoid of, like, people putting itching powder in the crotch of the panties, and you know what I'm saying? Some sort of chemical agent that'll eat my skin away on the shoulders of the dresses and stuff like that. I gave them to Mrs. Lopez.
Oh.
No, I don't. You know why? Because I don't mind buying Kimora stuff. I think the baby fat stuff is really cute. It's just that I'm very, very skeptical about getting freebies from people who are skeptical about coming to the show. I always think this is their way of doing me in, shutting me up. Do you know what I'm saying? And some of the stuff in the package, like really cute, thong panties, but thongs dig into your most personal of regions. Can you imagine if they dredged the thong through anthrax?
Oh my God.
Only to take me out. So I warned Mrs. Lopez, and then, I told her to wash them at the laundromat before she wears them. Not even in her house machine.
My boyfriend's a slob. When we're in his living space, it's kind of a turn-off. And he doesn't empty the garbage, and he never cleans up his room, and there's stuff everywhere.
Does he at least change the sheets so that you
No.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS has got your black card, that is. Look for the WBLS street team in your neighborhood to get your official black card. Good for WBLS goodies, tickets, and other discounts. This week, if we catch you with your black card, you pick up tickets to the WBLS screening of Universal Pictures and Imagine Entertainment's Inside Man, featuring an all-star cast led by Denzel Washington, Clive Owen, and Jodie Foster in theaters March 24th. The WBLS Black Card. Turn us on, and we'll turn you on. Connecting with our community, 107.5 WBLS.
All right, you guys. In addition to gossiping about the celebrities throughout the remainder of the show, coming up in our next break, I did get a response from Tia, who is pregnant with her high school gym teacher's baby, and she's looking to get an abortion. So I will share that facts with you in our next break. In the meantime, this is WBLS 107.5. Today's R&B Classic Soul, and celebrating 35 years of serving the community. We are the home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, the Vaughn Harper Quiet Storm, and of course the Wendy Williams Experience, and the legendary Hal Jackson hasn't gone anywhere. Well, WBLS is welcoming Tyler Perry's Medea Goes to Jail. Yeah, it's back for the last time at the Beacon Theater. Do you want to see Medea at the Beacon Theater? Get your tickets. It's going to be there May 9th through May 14th. And that's a reminder from your radio station, WBLS. Let me talk to you about LA weight loss. Okay. I had the most delicious lunch earlier today. It was absolutely, much to my surprise, delicious. There are very few places that I can go to have one of my favorite meats in the whole world, calf's liver. Ugh, I love organ meat. My guys don't like organ meat. And I have to tell you, I don't grill at home. We have grills. I don't grill. Just too much trouble. I just throw it in the oven, broil it or something like that. But very, very rarely do I have liver, outside of pate. I went to this place today, and this is all related to LA weight loss. I had the nicest piece of calf's liver smothered with onions. I told them keep the bacon back there in the kitchen. I don't want the bacon. It had the grill marks in it. Even me, I've lost my sense of taste. But even me, I could taste the smoky flavor from the grill. And I knew that it was healthy for me. Liver is a great source of iron, which is probably why I'm not freezing even in a t-shirt in the studio today. I've got fresh iron in my blood. Too much of it, though, gives you high cholesterol. But it was just delicious. And I had a whole bunch of salad greens on the side of my plate. I am so full that I must say, I think that this is going to be my only main meal of the day. I've already lost my 10 pounds on LA weight loss. I lost them as of Friday. So now I'm on maintenance. This morning I started off the morning with plain yogurt and berries, and I had my cup of Senka. And then lunch. And I'm full. I'm full, and I feel wonderful, and I'm ready for Puerto Rico. Thank you, LA Weight Loss, for teaching me how to eat correctly, for giving me the strength to keep the bacon in the kitchen and just take the calf's liver and extra onions. And I didn't want croutons on my salad, You can eat bread on LA Weight Loss. You can even eat bacon on LA Weight Loss. The thing is that you have to, there are particular times and days. You can't, everything is not for everybody every day. Your LA Weight Loss counselor will explain it to you. You'll get one if you get on the program. He or she will walk you through. The LA Weight Loss counselors are there for you. At a moment's notice, you can call them if you have a food question. You can consult your little purple book, which is, it's only a little pamphlet. You know, thin, about a quarter of the size of a Jet magazine. Thin, just a few pages to keep you strong, to keep you on the right path. You got 25, 50, 100 pounds to lose? Call LA Weight Loss. Do what I did. I'll tell you what, the weight comes off and you're constantly eating something. It's a whole new world with LA Weight Loss. Now I'm on maintenance. 1-800-448-TRIM. That's LA Weight Loss. You can call when you get a chance. 1-800-448-TRIM. That's LA Weight Loss. Now, Zoe is busy over there on the computer getting the third episode of the podcast of the Wendy Williams Experience up. Zoe, how's the computer working? It's downloading right now. Okay, so, you know, episodes 1 and 2 have been up there for the longest. This is free to you guys, by the way. It's not like, you know, you have to pay something to watch these episodes. It's the Wendy Williams Experience mini reality show. It shows the chaos going on in the office, in the hallways here at WBLS, as well as, you know, once we get in the studio, a celebrity will come in. It's about 5 minutes per episode, 5 to 8 minutes. The first 2 episodes have been there for about a month and a half. The third episode was just downloaded about 24 hours ago. And I'm going to tell you how to get there, in case you don't know. You go, all right, episode 3, okay. You go to the iTunes store in your computer, and then you go to the podcast, and you type in The Wendy Williams Experience. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 are available for free to be downloaded by you. Episode number 3 is coming soon to Google. And it's not there yet, so what's the point in telling you about it? But in conclusion, remember, you go to your iTunes store, go to podcast, and type in The Wendy Williams Experience. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 are there. If you've already seen episodes 1 and 2, great. Then zhuzh over to episode number 3, featuring Robin Givens and all of the usual chaotic antics of the Pink Room here at WBLS. All right. We can probably move along. Oh, guess what? We have a new host for the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience. It's the fabulous Drew Frazier. And Drew will be hosting beginning tomorrow night at the Laugh Factory. I look forward to that. Drew is very, very funny. Capone, as with most people who get involved, you know, with Capone has been a hustler all along. You know, he's got more hours logged on a plane back and forth to LA, more stuff going on in his life. You know, you got to work, you got to hustle to be the next big thing. And in order to do that, you can't obligate yourself, which is why a lot of times radio has such a difficult time getting comedians to commit to, you know, doing like the morning show or the night show or whatever, unless you can write your own ticket, like Harvey. You know what I'm saying? Harvey can write his own ticket. But for a lot of the comedians, you talk to them, you know, I've talked to some more many times, you know, why don't you do radio? Why don't you do radio? She said, Wendy, because I need life on the road. You know, I make my money, I see my fans, and with radio, I'm committed to being in the seat 5 days a week. Well, you know, Pone was committed to the Laugh Factory, you know, every Wednesday, and unfortunately, you know, he's become too busy. So Drew Frazier's also busy, but he wants to do it. So there's Drew. Look at Drew up on the stage at the Laugh Factory, making us laugh and bringing on the comedians. And shout out to Drew Frazier. And we'll see you in Puerto Rico too, buddy. All right. So, all right, you all, we're going to continue on with the break, and we'll come back with Tia and the gym teacher and gossip about Mace. And I do want to talk to you about Carmen Electra and Dave Navarro. Just terrible, and more terrible. Keep it where you got it. It's Wendy until 7 on WBLS.
It's Wendy with the throwback from way back. The Wendy Williams Experience. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Wendy Williams!
Microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Wendy
Williams experience.
Yeah. Angie's on the fax machine. She says, Wendy, Mrs. Lopez wears a thong. What are you thinking? Anyone working in my house where my husband lives would be too damn old to even think about wearing a thong. Oh, no. I guess you have to trust in the woman that, yes, she wears a thong with the crystal embellishments at that. I should know. I've given her many.
Oh.
Sure. She wears thongs. She wears juicy. She wears baby fat. Apple bottom. All kind of stuff. Shout out to Tia. Tia is the young girl from the Bronx, New York. She's faxed me back, and this is what she says. Hi, Wendy. I don't have any other boyfriend. When I say boyfriend, I was referring to my high school gym teacher as my boyfriend. I didn't go to the clinic to find out I was pregnant. My boyfriend, Wendy, I told him in the beginning that I can't be with him, but he convinced me otherwise, that he would give me all I wanted. He's 28 years old and has a 6-month-old baby with his girlfriend. He wants me to get rid of the pregnancy as soon as possible. He also tried to perform third input sex with me twice. I was constipated for a week. I'm planning to tell my parents, but I don't know how to tell them since I'm pregnant now. He's also telling me that I shouldn't let my parents know. Please help if you can. Yeah, Tia, I'm glad that you're planning to tell your parents. She wasn't planning on telling her parents last time around. I realize that this is the hardest thing. This could quite possibly be the hardest thing that you share with your parents in a lifetime. In a lifetime. But your parents, you said parents, so you got your mom and your dad. And at 15 years old, when you tell them this story, while they will be very upset with you, they will put the onus of this relationship on your 28-year-old gym teacher. My thing with you is that you need to end this relationship with your gym teacher, from speaking to him to having sex with him, everything. And you need to sit down and tell your parents now, tonight. There is no delicate way of easing into this conversation. And you need to tell your parents, I would say go to your mom first and let her tell your dad. But you know what? This one might be one of those things where you need to tell them together. You need to tell them together. And as soon as possible. And I don't know how far along you are in your pregnancy, but your parents will help you decide what to do. Whether you go through with the baby and you adopt, or, you put the baby up for adoption, or whether you go through with having the baby, you raise the baby yourself and you go for your child support, or whether you get an abortion. I mean, Tia, going to your parents is probably the smartest thing that you've done in a while. Okay. And as far as the gym teacher, you have no more relationship with him, okay? All right. I wish you luck, honey bun. Shout out to everybody there in the Bronx. There's a gym teacher on the loose who loves young girls. Parents, be warned. Shout out to Bob Federico at Lincoln Mercury in the Bronx. I love the Federico company. Let's see. Shout out to Fat. Well, I'm trying to still give love to the Bronx. Shout out to everybody on Jerome Avenue. Shout out to everybody up in Co-op City. Shout out to Fat Joe. Hey. So, Dave and Carmen are heading for a separation. I've never liked them as a couple to begin with. I've always thought that she could do better. There's something where I just don't like him. But now the big story is in Life and Style. You know I love to do that to you. And thank you. In Life and Style, they say that Dave and Carmen are definitely heading for a separation. They've been having issues for a while. They're living separate lives. Her people say it's not true. But for the past few months, Dave, who's 38, has been seen publicly with a number of attractive women around town. You might ask, so what's gone wrong? They say that Carmen has been working really, really hard, sometimes 7 days a week, and she's on the road a lot. And, she's done a few movies, including Cheaper by the Dozen and the Scary Movies. And she's trying to focus on building her acting career. In the meantime, Dave's people are denying that he and Carmen are splitting, but they do admit that they're having some very tough times. And here's Dave's quote. The truth is, we definitely work quite a bit. Our work takes us away from home quite a bit. She goes overseas, and there are times when I'm away from her. It sucks. I will say that. So, relationship watch for Dave Navarro and Carmen Electra. And now you, Mace. Pastor Mason Betha. Back to being Murder Mace. And apparently deadbeat on your bills. I'm speaking of that yellow and black chinchilla that you had custom fit and dyed for you. You know, Mace, at any given day now, you can expect some lawsuit papers from the furrier who did your chinchilla to the tune of $15,000. Mace has walked out on the bill. So it's yellow and black. If you see Mace wearing this coat, there are a few more days left in the cold weather, although spring is officially here. If you see Mace wearing this coat, just know that it's as good as stolen because he hasn't paid for it.
Wow.
In addition, it's not even like he borrowed it and then kept it. He had it commissioned. Like, measure me, dye it to my exact color specification, the whole bit. It's a custom coat that took time and effort and cost $15,000, and he's stiffed the furrier with the bill. So now the furrier is forced to sue. That is, what would Jesus say, Mace? And they say that Mace is notorious for doing this. Let me order up 4 suits. So-and-so will pay for it. Like that. So, clothing people, stylists, whoever, look out for Mason Betha because hear tell he's a deadbeat. Mace doesn't pay his bills. Has Young Buck paid his catering bill for his birthday party? 300 people got served, $5,600. That's a very little amount of money for so much food. And they got the best stuff, too, like the lobsters and all that other kind of stuff. Maybe he paid part of the bill, and then the other part was due, and then he just stiffed him on the other part. That's a deal. Show me a caterer who will serve 300 people all kind of top-shelf food for $5,600. And I'll tell you, I got a party I want you to cater. Wow. It's unbelievable. Shout out to our caterer, Shawnee. Shawnee Caterer. We love her. We love her food. All right, you guys. Wow, another hour down. One more to go. Well, keep it where you got it. We got 60 seconds of celebrity stuff and more gossip on the way.
Wendy, man.
Michelle?
Yeah.
You're just having casual sex with him.
Right.
There is no engagement.
No.
He's got a girlfriend.
So-called. I'm pregnant now. Should I keep it?
Wait, hold on for just one moment. I'm about to reach through the phone and crack her skull.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
I'm gonna give it to you up against the wall.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Mary J. Blige has an alter ego. When she raps, her name is Brooke. So the calm one rapping is Mary. The wild one is Brooke. That's what Beyonce says. The calm one is Beyonce. The wild one is Sasha. The calm one is Wendy. The man is Woody. And I've just learned today that the Woody button is broken. Can you please just try it one more time?
1, 2. Whoa. Bring me down or I'll create another character. Don't F with me. Let's play with the machine and see if we can make another character. I have to think of a name. Oh, this character's name is Bambi. She's very blonde and very busty. Play with the buttons. Let's see who else comes up. Turn the dial. This is Bambi and Woody all in one. Oh boy. I hear Bambi, I hear Woody. I hear Bambi, I hear Woody.
We got him. This is it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Yeah, we're winding down the last hour of today's show, and it's time for 60-second celebrity stuff. So, hit it. Yes, thank you. Michael Jackson, as you know, was ordered to pay $475,000 in fines and penalties and back wages Well, as you know, he hasn't come up with the money, so lights out at Neverland. Many of the rooms are stripped bare. Many of the rooms have no electricity. Some of the workers are refusing to leave because they'll end up being homeless on the street. But many of the workers are gone. The rides are removed from Neverland's fairy tale park. The animals are in the process of being removed. Lights out Neverland. Next thing would be a for sale sign. Okay, let's move on. Aniston is reported to be dabbling with Clooney behind Vince Vaughn's back. Kerry Washington has been scooped up by L'Oreal Paris to become the spokesperson for their new high-intensity pigment color collection. It's for women of color. Vivica Fox has pictures all over the internet regarding plastic surgery. And when I say all over, I mean, I am sure that you've seen them. Everything from weird, oddly shaped breast implants to, the before and afters of her face. I don't know what to say, except that's why it's part of 60-second celebrity stuff, because there's not much more to say. Terry Hatcher is reportedly interested in Ryan Seacrest. Apparently, the two had some sort of date at L'Orange, an eatery out in Los Angeles. Terry and he laughed a lot and ate a lot and apparently drank a lot, too. The tab was $2,800. Seacrest, how you doing? And lastly, Yanni, who used to date Linda Evans from Dynasty, was accused of beating his girlfriend and was put behind bars overnight, is now out on bond. And who does he call? Linda Evans, to stand by him during this terrible time. Because, Linda, we might not be together anymore, but I am not that kind of man. And that's 60 seconds of celebrity stuff. Thank you. Oh, shout out to the Chocolate Boy Wonder. Does the name Joseph Skipper ring a bell to you? Well, he's a severe, at one point, I don't know whether he's still on drugs or not, but at one point he had a severe drug addiction, and he broke into a Detroit home, beat down the old lady who lived in the home, and stole $53 in cash. Now, the is that the old woman that he beat down was Rosa Parks.
Oh.
Why are you laughing? You got distracted and hit the wrong button. Sometimes even Goose swerves to the next lane while he's trying to drive the car straight. Exactly. And this is what, he's 40 years old now. This is what he says. Joseph Skipper says, I will go down in history as the man who robbed Rosa Parks. Joseph Skipper is 40 years old, and he blamed his severe drug addiction on his decision back in 1994 to break into the Detroit home of Rosa Parks, beat her down, and steal $53 stinking dollars in cash. Wow. Well, he pled guilty at his trial, and he apologized in advance. And he said to the judge, all I hope is that one day I could sit face to face with Rosa Parks and express my remorse. Well, those hopes were dashed. Rosa is dead, and he's still talking. Rosa passed back in October. She was 92. Here's what he's still saying, though. I'm sorry that she died. I was hoping to get out of jail. See, he's still in jail in time to talk with her and tell her I was sorry. I have to draw strength from God, he says to a Detroit newspaper. After the attack, by the way, Rosa Parks was treated at a hospital and moved into a high-rise apartment building. In the meantime, he's currently serving a 6 to 15-year bid in Michigan, and said he cried at the news of Rosa Parks' death, and dreams one day of earning redemption. Broke in, beat her down, and stole. Yeah. Reese and Ryan and Reese and Ryan. I got to go to line number 6 before I talk about these guys. Jim's got herpes. Oh. He's on line 2. Is that line 2 I said?
No, you said 7.
Oh, I didn't know. I meant 2. 2. Jim is calling from Dallas. Hi, Jim. It's Wendy.
What's up?
I apologize for the big hold. Turn the music out, because Jim is held for so long. I really want to concentrate and focus.
That's cool.
All right, Jim. What happened?
I don't know. I was dealing with this broad. You know what I'm saying? Went to the doctor. Right. You know. So I'm like, is my life over? You know?
No.
You know, that's all I'm saying. Do I look for somebody with herpes or something like that? What do you do in a situation like that?
Well, an STD is an STD, but as herpes goes, we've had experts here on the show before who have all pretty much concurred that do you realize, Jim, that 1 in 4 people has herpes, whether they realize it or not? So that's the upside. The downside is those pesky flare-ups. You know what I mean? I would, if I were you, go to... Is this your private doctor that you went to who diagnosed you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You need to make an office appointment to see the doctor. Forget pulling your pants down. You need to, sit in the office at the desk and get the stats on herpes to make you feel more comfortable. Your doctor's able to tell you how long you've had it and everything? Approximately? Yeah. Yeah. So your doctor, let your doctor talk to you about it. And I mean, there are herpes support groups. I know, a bunch of people that have herpes. They all originally, many of them I didn't know when they were first diagnosed, but they've told me their stories. They all started out going to herpes support groups, only dealing with people who had herpes and so on and so forth, until they realized that, first of all, quite a few of them haven't had a flare-up in years, so it's debatable whether they're still lying in their system.
It's dangerous out there, though.
It is dangerous out there, Jim. It is dangerous out there. Was this a jump-off where you're bringing it back to, your wife or something like that? Oh, Jim? Jim?
See, the thing about it is...
Go ahead.
It's basically, when I've been living here in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
I've been dealing with this girl for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And, we've been kicking it off and on. She goes down to Houston, comes back, then boom,
Man.
I'm like, damn.
Are you married?
Yep.
Wow, so how do you explain this to your wife? Because definitely you and your wife are having unprotected sex.
Wow.
So
no, I told my wife,
okay,
the business,
yeah,
and she was like, she gonna support me through it all,
okay.
But at the same time, I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was very, very honest and forthright of you. A lot of guys wouldn't have told their wives. They would have just passed it on to the wives and then done something crazy like accuse the wife of having an affair, and that's how they got, herpes. But you know what? Make that appointment. Go into your doctor together with your wife. Your wife needs to be tested. Has she made her appointment to be tested?
Yep.
Okay. Has she gotten the results back?
Not yet. We're waiting on that right now.
Yeah. Well,
but I'm saying it's kind of hard, dealing with this. I want to kill this broad.
Yeah, but easy though. You got a wife, you got kids too. Do you have kids?
It's kind of hard.
Yep. Yeah, you're listening on the delay. By the way, you live in Dallas. Why aren't you listening to Skip Cheatham?
What's that?
Isn't Skip on in the afternoon?
Yep.
That's my dude.
Yeah.
But you're listening to me online.
Right.
Yep.
I'm online listening to you. I've been trying to get to you for the past week.
Yeah. Well,
I've been diagnosed about a week now.
Yeah. You know what? Sit in your doctor's office and have this conversation. And your wife might want to sit in her GYN's office and have the same conversation. That way you all can cross-reference information. Go on, get all the information that you possibly can get. Like I said, the stats show 1 in 4 people has herpes. 1 in 4 adults. So it's not the end of your life. It's not a death sentence. Don't do anything crazy to this woman, but that'll teach you not to cheat on your wife. Without a condom, you're cheating. You're out there. You were reckless.
Yeah, you got it right. You got a point there.
And here's another point. Be happy that your herpes is down there and not all over your mouth, because you know how nasty that looks. Jim?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, the herpes could be on your mouth.
No.
And that would just ruin your whole look. Because everybody knows that look when they see it. Everybody, ew, herpes. Ew, everybody knows that look.
I done seen that look before.
Yeah, that's a nasty look. You'll get through it, Jim.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. It's Jim from the block. That's a shame. Annette's on line number 3. She's 42. She was tested for thyroid. Hi, Annette.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
So what's going on with your thyroid?
I feel as though I got some symptoms going on. And the dry skin, the really, really dry seasonal skin where if I don't put on oatmeal lotion, I got some issues.
Yeah.
The weight gain that I can't seem to lose.
Okay.
I'm 42. You know, I've changed my eating habits. I've done this, that, and the other. I even tried LA weight loss. It ain't working, girl.
Yeah.
So I heard you speak about this thyroid test that you had besides the blood test that you took that, of course, always for me comes back normal, as it did for you, right?
No, well, because I've been diagnosed with thyroid disease.
Okay, but when you took the regular, normal, like I take a physical every year, and they do that.
I've never taken a thyroid test outside. You know, my thyroid was discovered in between pregnancies. My GYN reached behind me and felt my throat, and she felt the goiter. You know, the Adam's apple. And she said, and she looked at my eyes, and my eyes looked all big and bugged out and crazy. And so she said, "Here, I'm going to send you here. Just go, get your thyroid checked out."
Okay.
And so, you would
But
go.
I took a regular blood test, and it always comes back normal.
Because you took a regular blood test from a regular doctor, right?
Right.
You need to go to an endocrinologist.
Okay.
An endocrinologist handles thyroids. So just use the yellow pages. Maybe ask your primary doctor for a recommendation. Go to an endocrinologist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it runs in my family. I found out that my sister has problems with her thyroid.
Exactly. So, you know what?
So I went to a chiropractor because I had back problems, and he just was like, "Why is your face? Has your face always been puffy?
Yeah.
Your skin always been dry?" And I'm like, okay, what are you saying to me?
Yeah, an endocrinologist will be able to give you the next level of blood test.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Wendy.
Take
Have
care.
a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If I can recall, that's the TRH stimulation test. Yes. As well as a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. All right, you guys. Keep it where you got it. We'll be back to close out the show. I'll take your phone calls with just some more gossip. Thanks.
Wendy, man.
This show is crazy. Just make sure it stays broadcast right here because it's crazy. Everybody I know loves it, even my mother.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Don't miss Steve Harvey's Don't Trip, He Ain't Through With Me Yet in theaters now. 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and Classic Soul. Celebrating 35 years of service to the community.
Wow. Looking at the cover of my new Source magazine. Shout out to Jim listening in Dallas. It's all about Texas. Don't mess with Texas. I want to go home to Texas. Shout out to all the SpongeBob fans. That's where Sandy's from. Texas. Chamillionaire, Mike Jones, Scarface, Jay Prince, Little Flip. It's an interesting cover. It's not very attractive. But it makes the point. Don't mess with Texas. See? Then the president and CEO of the store has stapled his card on this issue. Well, I want to stay out of it.
Texas?
No, the source. I want to stay. I want to stay away. I want to stay out. Confessions inside the hip hop Bible. The source. Then they got a big article in here. Talking about, the record labels and Ray Benzino and Dave Mays and I'll get behind the scenes. Hey, this hour of the show is brought to you by Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. Hey, let me talk to you about LA weight loss. So, 1-800-448-TRIM. That's LA weight loss. 1-800-448-TRIM. If you work the program properly, and if your health is set to lose weight, then you'll lose the weight. the lady that I spoke with the thyroid problem, Annette, she very well might have, thyroid disease. Because if you work this program, there's no reason you shouldn't lose weight. Trust. And this comes from one foodie right to your ears. I mean, they leave nothing to chance on LA Weight Loss. You can even eat KFC, including the mashed potatoes, including a chicken breast. See, I didn't say wing. That's a small piece. If you're a real fat ass, you love the breast because that's the most meat. See? How about that? And the corn and the green beans. See? You can eat your Mickey D's. You can eat your Pizza Hut. You can eat your cheeseburgers. You can eat a few French fries. And a plethora of other things. Oh, it's LA Weight Loss. I am telling you this program works. I have worked the program twice in my life. 2 years ago, I lost 15 pounds on LA Weight Loss, kept it off, came back for round 2. I wanted to lose another 10 pounds to go to Puerto Rico. Lost the weight, got on the scale Friday, it's off. I'm a graduate of the LA Weight Loss School of Weight Loss. And I'm holding my diploma high. You can do it too. What are you, a carb craver? They got a program especially for you. Your program will be different than the sweets craver. And it's not like if you're on the sweets weight loss program, you can't eat sweets. Or if you're on the carb craver, you can't eat carbs. What is your pleasure? Call LA Weight Loss. They've got hundreds of locations. I am sure that there's one near you or your work. Go into LA Weight Loss. Talk to them. Challenge them. Challenge them. Go ahead. They're the best. I bet you they'll rise to the occasion. 1-800-448-TRIM. 1-800-448-TRIM. They understand you have a craving for sweets. That's why they allow you to have chocolate cake, and all kinds of other stuff. They know your love of roast beef and roast beef sandwiches. Thinly sliced, dripping in light mayo. And just to zhuzh it up, how about some of that horseradish? Shut up. Boy, that's some good eating. That's LA Weight Loss. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's 1-800-448-TRIM. LA Weight Loss. Thank you. No, thank you. I'm going over to Hunter College. I actually am going to be leaving just a bit early, just maybe 15 minutes early tonight. I'll do the first half of the bonus hour, and then the second half of the bonus hour is actually going to be a repeat of the first break of today's show, because I'm assuming that the people listening at 6:35 are not the same people listening at 10 minutes after 2 in the afternoon. So it'll be all new material for you guys. I have to leave early. I'm actually going over to Hunter College here in Manhattan, where I am participating in a panel of women in entertainment. And we are speaking to people who are interested in being in entertainment, and I will be speaking with some of my other colleagues in this business. I don't know which branch of the business. I was contacted individually, and when I heard about it, I was like, are they going to be sisters trying to do it for themselves? Yeah, okay, then I'm there. So shout out to everybody over at Hunter College. I still have not found out. I'll be honest with you. Zoe, I have no idea what room. I'm assuming Hunter College because it's in the city. It's spread all over, blocks and blocks and blocks. So I need to know which room, all like that. Anyway, keep it here, though, because the bonus hour of the Wendy Williams Experience is coming up in a half hour. But I also wanted to pass. Oh, here comes Zoe running down the hall. Your boobs are too big to run. Do you support them with your forearms while you do that? Yeah.
It's running out now.
Thanks, Zoe. Thanks. I got a window right next to me, and I could see when people run down the hall and stuff. And I look to see it. Here comes Zoe. Brooklyn on Thursday, March 23rd, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. You can join the WBLS Street Team. They are going to be at one of my favorite new places, Bally's Total Fitness. I can now say that without having a hate under my breath. Bally's. Yes, thank you, Bally's. Thank you for helping me. Lose weight and feel great. I love Bally's. The WBLS Street Team is going to be at the Bally's at 2163 Tilden Avenue in Brooklyn. And that's going to be on Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. And, Bally's was a huge sponsor of our Puerto Rico trip-a-day getaway. Exactly. So, Spring is here. Summer's just around the corner. Get your ballies on. All right. So we're going to continue with the break, and we'll be back, like I said, with the bonus hour, the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WBLS.
It's Wendy with the throwback from way back. For Wendy Williams Experience. For Wendy Williams Experience.
Wendy Williams rocking your station, dropping hits across the whole nation. Wendy Williams rocking your afternoon.
All right, everybody, we're about to get out of here. Don't forget about the people poll question today. Have you ever slept with a relative's mate? Yes or no? And you can go to thewendywilliamsexperience.com to answer, and then I'll give you the results tomorrow. Yesterday's question was, do you have a positive relationship with your boss? 74% of you all said yes, and 26% of you guys said no. So, all right, in moving on and closing out today's show, I promised I'd talk about Ryan, Felipe, and Reese Witherspoon, of which I love them as a couple. Their babies are just so cute. That little Ava, what a cute child. Then they have their little boy, Deacon. He's only 2. He's a cutie. And Ryan seems to be a good parent. You know, you see him hands-on a lot. And Reese also. I mean, prior to winning this Oscar, the only time I seem to recall ever seeing Reese is beat down in a park someplace with grass stains on her knees and her kids by her side. So I love that about the two of them. And they're saying now that Reese is very upset because since winning the Academy Award, the biggest headline regarding her is that her marriage is over and that she's the highest paid actress in Hollywood and that her marriage is over and she's tired of it. So she, according to the new, what magazine is this? Life and Style, love them. According to the new Life and Style, Reese blew a gasket when she read about her marriage for the first time being over. You know, Ryan was in Crash, but Ryan still gets, like, subtitle to their relationship. And she told her publicist that this is a complete overshadowing of my win of the Oscar. So we need to do something. I'm not going to turn into one of those actresses, she said, where it's all about my personal life. But for people like me, it is, Reese. I've never seen you in anything. I only know you from the grass stains and Ryan. I don't go to the movies. I love your personal life. She goes on with her publicist. She says, I'm the highest paid actress in history, and this crap isn't going to bring me down. So in the meantime, other insiders are saying that Reese has demanded that Ryan join her in a we're happy media blitz. And so Ryan is saying, you know what? How about I leave you? This is what Life and Style is saying. He's fed up with Reese's relentless ambition. And he told Reese that, unless you actually and authentically become this sweet person that you're trying to portray, as opposed to this bitchy, domineering person that you are in our house, I'm not going along with any of this, and I'm walking. And he also wants equal billing. But Ryan, you don't deserve equal billing. I know what you're saying. Take a page from Rob Lowe. Fall back. Just keep it going. Just don't ruffle Reese's feathers. She's going through a lot right now. I just don't want them to get a divorce, that's all. I like them. I like them as a couple, in my head. So that's what's going on with them. And as far as Prince has been, he's anticipating the release of his new CD, which, today's March 21st, right? Yeah. Comes out today. Nobody's talking. But I guess Prince, first of all, no longer does it for the Billboard charts. He does it for the true Purple fans, the Purple people, the madness. So they've already hit the stores to pick up a copy of 3121. And for those of you who've heard it, I certainly would love to hear from you. How is Prince sounding these days? I'm not one of the Purple people, but, he's an innovator. And when asked, does he see himself as an innovator? This is what Prince says. Innovator? It's not a word I use. But we do try to introduce new ideas or new methods to business that are more reasonable and common sense principles taught in the Bible. And then they ask, what inspires you? And he answers, to see people breaking free from the limitations of the world. And the interviewer says, what do your fans not know about you? And so Prince says, there's a lot that fans don't know about me. People tend to project onto you whatever they want to see. I see. So Prince's new album is out. It'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say. So the detectives are investigating that police officers critically beat Little Kim's occasional limo driver. Well, it was after he fled from a traffic stop in Brooklyn last month. The dude's name is O'Neal Solomon. Wow. Let's just dwell on that name for a moment. What a fabulous name for somebody who's driving for you. O'Neal, pull over to the CVS. I need some more Anacin. I've got a headache. O'Neal, unlock the door. Ooh, O'Neal, the traffic is so thick. O'Neal Solomon, I love that. Well, he's a former convict.
Oh.
well. Who drove for Ashanti and Little Kim. And he happened to have died on March 4th.
What?
See, you never know where I'm going to take you in a story. Just 11 days after the beatdown, so let's stop laughing. The medical examiner said that Mr. Solomon died from a heart attack. From heart disease, not trauma served by the cops. They just started, this is what somebody from the New York Daily News says. They just started to beat the mess out of him, stomping him in the head, stomping him in the chest. I said, that's enough. Stop beating him. Stop beating him. I see everything. I'm going to report you. You're killing him. Oh, I got to finish this tomorrow. There's no way. We got 60 seconds left in this show. Let me staple this story together. And I guarantee you on my Mega Women from GNC, my early morning Bally workout, and my Echinacea memory pill, this will be the first story that we review tomorrow at the top of the show. And to make sure it is, Goose, can you remind me? Zoe, can you remind me? Justin, can you remind me? Thank you. There. Okay. Tomorrow we'll talk about the late O'Neal Solomon and his drama. My God. Everybody, I love you for listening today. Come back tomorrow. God willing, I'll be here with you. Take care. Bye-bye.
These party people. See you later.
I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
Okay, so everybody keep it where you got it. We've got 10 minutes. Loosely. And then the bonus hour begins on the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WBLS.
Hi, this is Vaughn Harper. Spend your weeknights with me on The Quiet Storm. The only place you'll get that musical massage after a long, hard day.
The closer I get to you, I'd rather be beside you in a storm than safe and warm by myself.
I'm here for you. Weeknights, 7 to midnight on The Quiet Storm.
And after you relax with The Quiet Storm, join me, Champagne, midnight to 6 a.m. with your words of wisdom and our late night pillow talk as we toast the New York late night on 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
I want to know what's up with Little Kim.
Please, more gossip, more gossip. You need to pick it up.
Wendy girl, who's the gay rapper?
Matter of fact, it's safe to say.
Rather controversial.
Controversy in the rap world.
This is what I know how to do, so I'm not playing.
I hear you.
Go hard or go home.
All right.
The ain't playing.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you. I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby. Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man. Here it is. It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
Great. Just what I need to be reading right now. And for those of you going to Puerto Rico, why do you need to check bags if, beach attire is the main thing? I mean, it balls up into such a... You can fit a bathing suit into the top of a can of Lysol. I mean, if you know how to pack, like a Girl Scout. Okay, well, I was a Girl Scout, so I know how to tuck and roll. There was a survey done, and this is just what we need to hear on vacation season, that 30 million pieces of airline luggage get lost per year. 30 million. How does that happen? Are there 30 million people that travel on planes per year? This was done by a German company. Excuse me, a Swiss company. It's based in Geneva, Switzerland. And they tracked baggage in 226 countries and territories. And they found that virtually all of the missing bags would be returned to their owners within an average of 31 hours after being reported missing. Well, that's refreshing to know. But they say there are around 204,000 pieces that would never be found again, lost or stolen in the system. Shout out to the baggage handlers at the airport. These are all nice people, but I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Yeah, I prefer to... We went to Germany for a week a few months ago. And no lie, I managed for a week with travel a carry-on bag.
Wow.
Well, I love the Norma Kamali matte jerseys and all that other kind of stuff that you just unfurl. And then, of course, as soon as you check into a hotel, you find the nearest, the iron or somebody who's going to press things out for you. So that way, your DVF wrap dress, it all looks nice and all like that. I was talking to my girlfriend, Lisa Carnegie, earlier because we're very excited about going to Puerto Rico. And I said to her, are you checking bags? We're traveling together. And I said, are you checking bags? Because I'm trying to, ascertain how much waiting around the baggage carrier we have to do, if any at all. And so she says, oh, yes, of course. I'm like, and I don't want to put my paranoia off on her and, my skepticism and everything. But, I just said, my God, in my mind, I'm thinking, if she loses a bathing suit, due to, whatever, the abyss, her whole trip, she's lost a ton of weight with gastric bypass. But certainly, have you ever seen the size of the bathing suits in these little shops and hotels? If you're not the size of Robin Givens and Kelly Ripa, you're not just jumping into something that they happen to have, some bathing suit they happen to have in the shop. Like, you need your own. And she spent $200 on a bathing suit at Neiman Marcus. She didn't even get it on sale for Puerto Rico. I'm like, oh, God, please. Mike is on line number 1. He wants to talk about little Kim. Hey, Mike, it's Wendy. What's going on?
Hey, what's the tea, girl?
Well, What you up to?
What's going on with Kimberly, Miss Lil Kim?
Well, I said that I'd talk about that, tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow, first break of the show. The reason why I can't do it now is because, the whole class is not here.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
Her new album, everybody talking about, her album's horny. I love her album.
Here's the thing about Kim. She goes beyond music as far as I'm concerned.
She's a legend.
She is a legend.
She's a legendary.
And she's crossed over to be a bit of a hip-hop socialite. You know what I mean?
She's better than Foxy.
Yeah, well, music or no music, Kim will be invited to fashion shows, and Kim will be invited to, openings and parties, and Kim will always attract attention, and she loves her fans.
And Foxy can't get no attention.
Don't do it.
Wendy, the girl is not deaf. Why does she have to lie? Like, I love her. Hello?
Yes.
But why does she have to lie to get publicity? Like, wasn't the thing with the nails enough?
Well, I mean, I thought you called to talk about Kim.
Yeah, I did. But Kim, Foxy, Wendy.
Yes.
Y'all all celebrities.
What is that? Oh, we're all what?
Y'all all celebrities.
Oh, I thought he said slutties or something like that.
Oh, and you know what I love too? Remember that Wendy's got the heat, the VH1? I love your coat. Like, I never had a chance to call. It's my first time calling. And, like, I love your coat.
What are you talking about? The blue coat?
The blue rabbit coat.
Oh, thank you. No, it wasn't rabbit. It's Fox.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
no, wait. What
Fox
is that?
Raccoon.
No, you know what? That is Fox. It was Fox, and it was made for me at Demetrio Furs.
And the weave was tacky, but I loved it.
Well, you know what? I am glad that you appreciate what I'm giving.
Hey, you be tall. You look like a drag Wendy, but you know you was my best drag queen looking girl.
Thank you.
Yes. One more thing.
Yes.
I want to say, Bimbo, previous your head up. You know Bimbo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was in the hospital.
Oh no.
Yes. The girl was trying to sell his cakes on the corner, and like they stabbed him. Somebody tried to rob him for his money, and he was trying to make some nasty coins. You know.
Wait, selling his cakes on the corner, that means he was prostituting himself out. Well, no, I didn't know Bimbo lived like that.
Ooh.
I mean, I know Bimbo through the radio, the way I know all of my radio family, but I don't...
No, Wendy, no. Don't do that. That's my girl.
No. What am I doing? Send Bimbo my best.
Yes, because I think it has something to do with that little chicken head T-shirt.
The what?
Yes, the little girl chicken head, the one that can't keep her man.
Oh, well, Bimbo was messing with her man.
We all did.
And her man beat him in the head with a Snapple bottle.
Wendy, we all did.
Well, then, you know what? Then somebody needs to send her a note saying your man is gay. And
he went to the club with us. He went right to Esco.
You know that he beat Bimbo in the head with a Snapple bottle.
I heard about it. I wasn't there.
And Bimbo loved it. And Bimbo called me to say that he was spending Valentine's Day with the very same man.
I know. He told me too. He's such a sicko.
He's so crazy.
Yes.
Tell him to get better
We love
soon.
that Tina Turner.
Yes.
Shout out to Redline.
She's another icon.
Red Line, Ebony, Evazel, they corny ball.
Oh.
Shout out to Roni.
Shout out to the House of Revlon. All right, Mike, I must go.
Okay.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Melissa's on line number 3. Now, she works at the airport, and she says the stats are true. Hey, Melissa.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
I hate this conversation that we're about to have, but lay it on us straight.
You know what? If you're going to travel, put all your priceless stuff in your hand luggage. You hear me? Because especially if you are traveling, if you're connecting,
yes,
that's when majority of the bags get lost.
That's when they get you. Well, see, here's my thing. Everything that you have is priceless, right down to your favorite bra.
All right, you know what?
You know what I mean? Like, I can't pick, like, jewelry and stuff is very obvious. You carry that on your person. But then I get...
You know what? Especially because before they go on the plane, they go through TSA, and TSA do dig up your bag. I know.
I know. And I can have the perfect markation of a number 2 and a number 4 and a number 6. And some drag queen looking through my bag says, oh, this is my hair.
You know what? Working at the airport, I've seen some silly things.
I know.
See them flight attendants. They are the freakiest ones of all.
Oh, God. Thanks, Melissa.
But listen.
What?
If you're going to travel to Puerto Rico, make sure that you have a list of whatever you're going to put in your bag. So if anything missing, you know what missing, and you know what? Try TSA first.
Try to do what?
Try TSA first, because the first person to go through your bag is them.
What did she say? I don't know. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Melissa.
Take care, Wendy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm not going to have to make a list because I'm carrying everything on board. And the crazy thing is that right from Puerto Rico, we're going to Vegas. I got the big liquor convention. The Vaselis are flying in from France and the whole bit. It's like a big to-do. And everything will be in one bag. Rolled and tucked. Matt Jersey. That's it. Because I always just picture some drag queen, taking my hair and taking my big shoes. And it would be different if I was a size 8. I could just slip into anybody's shoes anywhere. But, you know, when you have a size 11, 12, and 13, your shoes, you covet them. You know, you covet them, especially if there's something other than black. Oh, the perfect pair of just sweet pink peep toe bow. Patent leather, 4 inches. Perfect size 11 and a half. You fell in love with them when you saw them. You picked them up. You've coveted them. You've had them resold 3 times because you're a big old bear and you can't always find that shoe in your big old size. Only to pass through the airport and have some drag queen take them? What? I gotta have a talk with my friend Lisa on my way home. So Nicole and Adam are back together. They're house hunting, and they're going ahead with their postponed wedding. But he wants her to gain 15 pounds. And he splurged on $1,500 worth of French copper cookware for her condo. And they've been making delicious meals for 2. Of course, she chases hers probably with a fistful of Correctols. Zoe recently moved. You know, she works in a pink office, and she recently moved, and her visionware, the box with her visionware broke. And, you know, I was the one person she could come to, and I totally understood her pain. Apparently, she is visionware that they don't make anymore. And she was just really upset with it. She enjoys cooking and stuff, and she was very upset with it. You know, I'm no Martha Stewart, but I covered the pots that I have. I remember when, I lost the screws to my mother's Revereware. That was the big cook, pot. That was the big cookery, back in the day. And my mother gave me her set of Revereware, and slowly but surely, the screws started to come untangled, and then they get caught up in the dishwasher, and you never fish them out, and then the dishwasher breaks, and you got no screws. And I held on to them for as long as possible. My heart was broken. I don't do that much, cooking, but I understand.
Yes.
Copper. No. Doesn't it seep into your system?
No, he's not.
I'm an all-clad girl. No screws, nice and heavy. They never burn. You know what I'm saying? When I burn stuff, because I don't smell it burning on the stove, I can't smell. And I come back to the kitchen, it's all encrusted and stuff. I pop it right into the sink and throw a little bit of palm olive on it. It loosens right up. No problem. It's beautiful. Every holiday my mother adds to my collection. I love it. I'm not insulted by getting pots and pans for gifts. Or screwdrivers, or, like that kind of stuff. I guess years ago that would have been insulting. I don't get insulted by stuff like that. So baby boomers are loving meth. That is the big age group that is addicted to this stuff. This guy, they do a little story on this guy, Mike Walls. He never envisioned his golden years as a fight with drug addiction. When a friend gave him a plastic bag of crystal-like powder and promised him that he would be have a youthful feeling, the one that he had decades ago. He's a cross-country truck driver, and he was almost 40 and feeling a bit fatigued. And he sniffed the methamphetamine from a dusted toothpick at a truck stop, hoping he could continue his drive. Here's his quote. "It seemed like I didn't want to face the fact that I was getting older. Now he's 55. He's got rotted teeth, frayed nerves, high blood pressure, all brought on by crystal meth. He's become part of a growing number of baby boomers, they say, struggling with addiction to stimulate and seeking help to get through being middle-aged." This was just passed to me. Katrina, representing Dres from Black Sheep, wants to talk about what the earlier caller said about him. What does she want to be on the? What is she? She's his publicist or one of his baby's mothers, or
he wants to talk.
Oh, he wants to talk? Oh, sure, I welcome him. I haven't talked to those guys in a long time. They are actually going to be in New York at BB King playing with somebody else legendary. He'll remind me of who. And that's all I simply did yesterday. All I simply did was I talked about this old school hip-hop show that was about to be at BB King's. And I said, oh, my gosh, those are the days when, hip-hop was, fun, blah, blah, blah. Today I get to work, I get this fax. Dress is sloppy. He's got 3 kids with 3 babies' mothers. He owes, $100,000 in back child support. He's living with a Mexican girl who needs a green card. So look out for a wedding to come soon. He's trifling. I know nothing of this, but, I read the facts and I said I know nothing of this. I simply know this or that, this or that. Hey, because engine number 9 going down Chicago's line. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. He has the number, right? You told him it hasn't changed since Frankie Crocker was here? Yeah. Since Dr. Dre and Ed Lover used to do the operating room at BLS, this number is still the same number. You know what I'm saying? And he was part of that era in music, so, he's been to BLS many times. All right, so we'll await Dre's telephone call from Black Sheep. Okay, let's go back to the telephone.
Naughty by Nature and Black Sheep will be.
That's it, Naughty by Nature and Black Sheep. And the way I got on that conversation was to tell you guys that Lord Jamar and the Fabulous Tretch will both be appearing on The Sopranos this season. By the way, keep it here. I got a Sopranos story coming up. Oh, I know it off the top of my head. The producers have decided to add a bunch more, like 8 or 10 more episodes. And so aside from Tony Soprano, who already's got his dough, regardless of how many episodes are added, the other people, including friend to the show, Christopher Moltisanti, who was also on my VH1 Wendy's on Fire, they all want money to compensate them. Like, you promised us this amount of episodes. I think it was 10 for this season right here. Now you've added twice the amount of episodes. Well, we want twice the money. And the producers and the creators are like, no, you get what you get, as my son would tell me. You get what you get. And they're like, So they're thinking that everything is going to get worked out. In the meantime, I'm very disappointed in this season thus far. It started out to be really good, but I'll tell you what, I feel like I wasted an hour of my life on Sunday and nobody should get paid. I hate it. Every time I watch that show and I look at Carmela, I always say, I can't believe we're age appropriate. She's very scowly, jowly, wrinkly, scary, even when she does the makeup. I know that, when a woman's husband is dying in the hospital, you're supposed to have that beat down look. But I'm talking about even when she tries to zhuzh it up. It's unbelievable to me that we're age appropriate. I've never had any face work. I get a little Botox. That's not work. It's a lunchtime procedure. She needs more moisturizer or something. And please, save it with the cancer. I already know. But she was looking like that even prior to the cancer. Even prior to the cancer, that's like bad white.
Some people don't age well.
No. And it's not all white people. But that right there, that's bad white. That's bad. Everybody's laughing. They say that Paris and Stavros have broken up because she's tired of the language barrier. He's with his Greek friends and they're yipping and she's not understanding what they're talking about. And she's had it. She's never been so upset, they say. She really thought that Stavros was the one. Alas, she can't take it when she's with his Greek friends. And she freaks out because she can't understand what they're saying. And the thought of them laughing at her. See, I'd be like that too. I can barely tolerate being in the nail salon. I'm like, everybody stop talking right now. I don't like that. Yeah, that would drive me crazy too, being in a relationship with somebody who, totally different language. Oh my God. Here it is about The Sopranos. They're going to broadcast the final 20 episodes. This story is the same thing I just told you. I don't need to zhuzh it over. There we go. Oh, my gosh. So this woman named Trista, she found a wad of cash in her house in New Orleans. She was doing her spring cleaning as well as hurricane damage control. She discovered some unusual papers among some moldy plasterboard in the debris. Here's her quote. I started raking it out of the air conditioner vent. I thought it was garbage, and I was going to shovel it up, but I bent down to pick it up, and it was a stack of $100 bills. And then came more and more. Wow. It just kept coming. She's 19. Wow. She's 19.
Wow. Wow.
The unofficial count is more than $30,000. Are you ready to hear what she did? Are you ready to hear what she did with the money? Oh, my God. It's only nervous laughter because I want to take a people poll in the room. This is nervous laughter. She and her fellow students notified the organizers at their church mission over at the St. Bernard Parish. The woman who owned the house asked not to be identified, and she was as shocked as Miss Wright. The woman didn't know anything about the money. Ms. Wright was speechless, and the homeowner said she suspected the money belonged to her father, who was wary of banks. The home had been in the family for generations. I had my suspicions about the money at first, but once I met the family and talked to the woman, I have no doubt she's telling the truth, says one of the organizers at the church mission. She said her daddy grew up during the Depression and must not have told anyone in the family about the money before he died. It was a one-story house and it was flooded by Katrina. To see that woman's face when we told her about the money, that's the kind of positive story that makes all the hard work worthwhile, said Reverend Warren Jones. She said it was a miracle, and when you think about it, it was. Oh. A fellow student who was in the house with Ms. Wright said there was never a question about keeping the money. They gave every dime of it back to the owner, who then shared it with the church that was notified. Okay. Morality question. 4 people in the room. Who would keep every last dime for themselves? Raise your hand. Oh, everybody's going to jail or hell. What would Jesus do? What would Oprah do? What would Mason Betha do? Hopefully pay off his chinchilla coat, $15,000 yellow and black chinchilla, custom done for Mason. He has yet to pay the bill, and he's going to be sued by his furrier. Okay, we'll go back to the phones. Let me see. Jamal is from Staten Island. He wants to know, where's the Puerto Rico party? Hey, Jamal. Oh, line number 7.
Well, he's got
new caller. He hung up. Okay, how about Robin, who had it? Not line number 5. Goose, stay on the button. Robin?
Yes.
Robin is 45 from Brooklyn.
Okay. Hi, how you doing, Wendy?
Okay, so you could tell your story in full. Goose, take out the celebrity's name.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Robin. No, you talk. Goose is on the board. He understands.
Okay. Went to this place that my partner and I, we always go and have brunch. Mm-hmm. The Ruby Fruit. It's a restaurant, bar restaurant. Mm-hmm. And we went and sat down, and sure enough, they were behind us. I bought, and he was like, "Yeah, it's me." And it was really cool. They got up, they sang, but it was, it's a lesbian restaurant, so I was kind of surprised.
Well, I mean, please, both of them are in the life.
I know.
All right.
How you do it?
Yes. But you know what? They have a relationship that works.
Yeah. And that's the most important thing.
Yes. Now,
she was very shy, but he was very cool. I mean, we talked and everything, and he wanted me to get up and sing and the whole 9 yards.
No, they're a lovely couple.
Yeah, they were really, really nice.
Yeah.
He still wears the leather pants, so I got to see that. But it was nice. I just wanted to let you know that.
Yes. He's still got the Jesus look.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, now Robin, let's move on to your abortion information.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I actually went on a website. I knew a little bit because I'm in the health field. But then I went on a website. It's Planned Parenting. And it has... it says 21 states and the District of Columbia say that the kids have to have permission.
Yeah,
but
no.
Then 34 states and the District of Columbia authorize a pregnant minor to obtain parental care and delivery services without parental.
Yeah, and two of those states, one of them's Jersey and one of them's New York. Somebody sent me all the stats.
Yeah.
All right, Robin, thanks for calling. I think Drez is calling through.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye. Hello. Hello. Oh, wait. Yeah, get it from over there. Wait, it might not be him.
Hello. Is Drez?
Okay.
Hi, Drez. Hold on, please.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the legendary Drez of Black Sheep. And he's on the phone. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, it's Wendy.
Hey, what's going on, Wendy?
All right, so I'm glad that you called to clear it up. All I was simply doing was talking about you and Naughty by Nature doing this show over at, where is it, BB King?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I was talking about it yesterday. And I was saying, wow, what a great show that'll be. That's the way hip-hop was, when it was fun and, all like that.
Right, no doubt, no doubt. We both come from the same place. I've known you for a lot of years,
Exactly.
Wendy, it's all love. And to say at the end of the day, I know you got a job to do, and it's definitely my job to refute.
Yes.
What was said. It was ridiculous. None of the above was true, and it was a ridiculous statement made by a bitter baby mom.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because you know what? Wow. I don't recall. Did they sign a name? I don't recall saying a name at the end of the facts. Did any?
On the real, I already know who it was. I already know the whole situation. Wow. There's only one person in the world that knows of my, of my happiness, and I've been with my women for years. I'm a happily married man, and my son is, come on, listen. I'm straight. My whole family is straight. Everything that was said is ridiculous. And sometimes, unfortunately, the only way people can get back at you is to say something totally ridiculous. I mean, that's all that was, honestly. At the end of the day, she's just lost.
But did she have it accurate that you have 3 babies' mothers?
Nah, I have one. Yo.
All right, here we go.
At the end of the day, I have a child with her.
Yes.
And let me leave it at this. She was married when we had the child.
Oh.
I don't know if it's my child. You know what I'm saying? Wow. At the end of the day, there's a lot of drama involved, and out of respect for my daughter,
yes,
and for my life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave it at this. But she's a very bitter baby mom that at the end of the day, she's really just doing all that she can do because she can do no more.
But you're caught up with child support?
No, totally not.
Yeah.
At the end of the am I caught up? Yeah, I'm straight. Everything as far as I'm concerned is straight. Maybe this person is bitter that they can't take me to court because, like I said, they were married when we had this child. My name isn't even on the birth certificate.
Gotcha.
So maybe this person is that bitter. But at the end of the day, on the real, I'm definitely here to stand up for who I am.
Yeah.
Let it be known. I'm a grown man, and though parenthood is something that, you do learn as you go along with, and at times I've had to learn as well going on. I'm a great father.
Sorry, that was my phone.
To be.
Yeah, so you're married to the Mexican, your wife is Mexican?
Listen, I'm not
what she's
saying a crazy facts. and I'm going to leave it at that, okay, Wendy? Honestly, out of respect to you, I respect you totally. I've known you for years. Much love to you and your show. Continued success. Definitely everybody be on the lookout for this new Black Sheep project, which we're releasing this summer, called 8WM/Novocaine. And
wow.
To people that are bitter, I feel for you. I'll pray for you at the end of the day, and that's all I can say about that.
All right, so thanks. So when is BB King's? Give it the date as long as you're calling.
That's May 16th.
There you go.
16th. No doubt. Everybody come and hang out, and it's definitely going to be a blast. Us and Naughty, it gets no finer.
No.
And, to say that, that's really all I can say about the situation, man.
Well, I appreciate you calling.
Yeah, I definitely had to let it be known. Man, I could take this a lot of ways, but I'm gonna definitely be a stand-up dude, and out of respect for my daughter, you know what I'm saying, not saying anything about the clownish statement that was made, you know?
Thank you for calling.
Sure. No
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is the music saying that I have a message.
Oh, my God.
I hate it. I hate it. My phone is such a hey, nanny phone. I just can't take it, and I don't even know how to operate it, and I don't even care. I'm glad that he called. I wish more celebrities would just, call up and like put it to rest. That's the true school right there. Boy, that show's going to be crazy. They're going to get all kind of jump ups on stage because it's only, Black Sheep and Naughty by Nature. But all kind of people are going to come through there and jump on stage. What? Crazy. Leather medallion wearing. You know what I'm saying? True school repping. Yeah.
Talking about school.
What about school? Oh my gosh, I gotta go to Hunter College. Wait, you all, I have to leave. I didn't realize the time. Our time goes by so fast together. I gotta pack up my crap. All right, this is the thing. I gotta go to Hunter College right now. They're doing a panel discussion on women in entertainment. And I'm supposed to be part of the panel. And they've been talking since 5 o'clock. and it's over at 8. But they knew that I was going to be here until 7. And I said, well, I think I can do a solid and leave at 6:30 if Hollywood can judge up some technical magic back there. So, Taryn, he's going to be playing the first break of the 2 o'clock hour of today's show. Okay, good. Well, this hour of the show is brought to you by the Bank of America. You can call now, 866-GET-WENDY, and win some passes for the Universal Pictures screening of Inside Man. That's with Denzel Washington, Clive Owens, Jodie Foster. It's in theaters March 24th. And it's about robbery, and it's not an ordinary robbery. You won't know the truth until you get inside. That's what it's called. Inside Man. So 866-GET-WENDY. Call now to win those passes. I don't know who's going to answer the phone because Justin, our intern. Justin, you're going to be my car sitter? Okay. I don't have time to park. I got to literally, pull up to Hunter, throw my flashers on, leave Justin with keys and a bunch of magazines, and I'll be in there for an hour, and then I'll come out. I would have skirted the $50 parking fee. That's it. So God willing, look, it is what it is. A mess. God willing, we'll talk again tomorrow. I love you guys for being here. Stay tuned for the 2 o'clock hour of today's show next on 107.5 WBLS. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is A-Marie, and you're listening to the bonus hour on 107.5 WBLS.
It was almost a full-blown breast explosion in the hall. Holy smokes. Between my knockers and my producer Taryn's knockers. I'll tell you, she was running to get me, and I was running to make the microphone. I'm all out of breath. How you doing, everybody?
How you doing?
Give me a moment to catch my breath. I had the most delicious calf's liver for lunch across the street. And the crazy thing is, I happen to have bought calf's liver mixed with greens for my Tupperware lunch today. So now I'm going to have it twice today. My cholesterol is going to be through the roof. You know what they say about organs. Organs make your, they make your cholesterol go up. And I love organ meat. Absolutely. And if it's cooked properly, it's so buttery. I haven't even chewed gum after lunch because I like to, you know how you like to savor the flavor? Yeah. If I didn't have such a good dentist, I would have concaved sections of my teeth and I'd be able to zhuzh up a piece an hour from now, from the back of my mouth. Anyway, hi, everybody. I'm sorry for being so disgusting. Guess what's on TV tonight? Oh, my gosh. I'm centering my entire night around Jonathan with Blowout. And most importantly, I'm only putting up with Jonathan to get to the Real Housewives of Orange County. What? Bravo is the only place to be tonight. From 9 to 11, that's it. Blowout 3 with Jonathan. He's swears he's hetero. It's so funny watching him. And then the Real Housewives of Orange County. I am so there, back to back watching. That's what's doing. Dear Wendy, I'm so overwhelmed that I got to meet you at the Southern Women's Show here in Memphis the other weekend. I listen to you faithfully every day while I'm at work, but I just wanted to make a comment on a statement that you made after you came back to New York. About your stay in Memphis. You are so right about the obvious racism that goes on here. I've lived here my entire life, and it bothers me now more than ever because I experience it on my job, riding in my car, in stores, and for you to announce it on national radio really made it hit home even more. I never think that I'm better or less than anyone, but Wendy, the lowest white person here, thinks that they are better than the highest black person. It makes my stomach turn. But Wendy, thanks for acknowledging the racism is still going on and is more tolerant now than ever. That's from Joy Harden. She's in Memphis. Yeah, because I was just saying, Memphis is really, wow. It was really, really something else in Memphis to see what was going on. And well, shout out to the people of Memphis. You all, you stand for a lot that we just don't stand for here in the North. We's be fighting back. Yes. Come to the North, where we never realize that we have it better until you go elsewhere and see how bad it could be. Right in the middle of Memphis is the park of the Grand Dragon of the Klan, the original founder. It's as clean as I don't know what. Right up the street is MLK Park, which is, well, like MLK everywhere around the country. How do the parks look, right? Then you have the hotel where Dr. King was shot, right across the street from the hotel of the man who shot him. And they literally, you can go to the Dr. King Hotel and tour that hotel and see the room, where he took his last breath. But you can also go across the street and sit at the window and line up the gunshot to the balcony. I mean, it was just a very, very special town there in Memphis. Shout out to Mr. Goldman at the Hoodrich Mall with the grills and whatnot. But it's a very special town. I had a good time with you people. We're on in Memphis at Power 99, nonstop hip hop, boy. Shout out to my dude, JC. He's my engineer there. Hey, have you guys heard? Keep the music going, Goose. There are 9 million African children without mothers, thanks to AIDS. Yeah, and the numbers still rise. I mean, this is just a really, really terrible thing. Save the Children said that most of the 19.2 million women living with HIV around the globe, not just Africa, around the globe, were already mothers when they were diagnosed. What? I know. What? I know. But more specifically in Africa, as we all, unless we've been under a rock, I mean, the HIV AIDS statistics are just absolutely a travesty over there. They say the incredible impact of HIV and AIDS on the children is still being ignored. Charities are reporting a lack of testing facilities, which means that, many of the mothers, especially the poorest country mothers, don't even know that they have HIV. And the AIDS epidemic has, of course, robbed millions of children from, mothers, and it's just terrible. In the meantime, people like the basketball player, friend to the show, Mutombo, you know who I'm talking about. I mean, he tried to do his best. He came on the show a couple of years ago here on this show, and he talked about how he was sinking the mother lode of his money into a new hospital over there to, help his countrymen. Sadly, it's come to my attention, I believe, that he was ripped off in some financial scandal or another. Exactly. So there is no hospital. In the meantime, he's living up in Connecticut, allegedly beating down his wife. But then she's turning around and beating him down. They were both arrested on the beatdown. Remember, we talked about this maybe 3 weeks ago. Exactly. Shout out to Boom Boom Mutombo. Yeah, I've been hearing about what's going on. I know you listen to the show, whether it's on WBLS New York or Power 104.1 in Hartford. I know you get us. I would love to find out what happened. All right, not so much about you and your wife, because, I mean, that is what it is. I can obtain the police report like that. Manute Bowl?
Was the one beating up his wife. They both got arrested together. Dikembe Mutombo is someone else.
Somebody different.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that's Chi-Chi on sports. Manute Bowl. Yes. He's African too?
Yeah.
Damn, it's a shame. No, I know. Yeah. Weighs all of 93 pounds soaking wet. I know. Frightening. All right, so Manute Bowl is the beatdown king in Connecticut. Mm-hmm. Manute, I've never met you before, but I would love to meet you and your wife, because I understand she beat you back. And the cops came and arrested both of you all. Now, Manute Bowl probably has... Is he still... Hey, Chi-Chi, is Manute Bowl still playing? No, he hasn't played in years. Oh. So I would like to know what's going on with Dikembe Mutombo, though, and the situation over there with his hospital and whatnot. Okay, let's go to line number 5. Momo's on the phone, and she's in love with a man that just got married. Momo, you're 35 years old. Why, oh, why are you asking me what to do in this situation?
Because you know what, Wendy? I am truly in love with him. And
New York, he is not for you, New York. You're sounding like from the Flavor of Love show. He married somebody else.
I know, but Wendy, we talk all the time, and I know that he's miserable. He's not happy. You know, he told me in not too many words, you know, and I don't know. I know I should just let him go. He's a loser.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
How do you know this man? And tell me about, just in 60 seconds or less, about your relationship with him.
I met him back in 96, and we were best friends. Of course, I was married. I'm currently divorced. He was going through marital problems. I was going through marital problems. And we were just friends, covering each other. And it just turned out to be something more.
Okay. Now, you said he just got married, which means he went through marital problems, apparently got divorced, met somebody new, and just got married again.
Well, and there's a big gap in between there.
Okay, but the point is that this is his second marriage.
No, his third.
His third. And none of these marriages are with you.
Right.
Okay, so then that means that you are very, very low on his totem pole in terms of priorities. Momo, you've got to, you're 35. You know better than this.
Yeah.
You know that if this man meant anything to you, then when you got divorced and he got divorced the first time around, you all would be together. Instead, he is using you for an emotional and physical jump off, and you mean nothing to him. You mean nothing more than a piece of gum on the bottom of his shoe.
I know, and I should stop accepting his calls, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And furthermore, if he's not happy in his marriage, he's a grown-ass man, too. He shouldn't have married her to begin with.
Yeah, that's right.
What he's doing is he's selling you a bill of goods. He cares for his new wife more than he cares for you.
Yeah.
She is probably the center of his universe, but he just doesn't know how to accept, a woman that good. And you are gum on the bottom of his shoe. Come on, Momo, move on.
Thanks, Wendy.
You're welcome,
love
Momo. Take care. I love you too. Bye-bye. Yeah, sometimes, that was like the swift backhand across the head that some of us need. All right, you all, I have to go. Vaughn's coming up the hall right now. It's time for the Quiet Storm. It's the Wendy Williams Experience every weekday from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. right here on the radio station featuring today's R&B and classic soul. 107.5 WBLS. Bye.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Aw, man!
And WBLS music starts next.
Hi, this is Vaughn Harper. Spend your weeknights with me on The Quiet Storm. The only place you'll get that musical massage after a long, hard day.
The closer I get to you, I'd rather be beside you in a storm than safe and warm by myself.
I'm here for you. Weeknights, 7 to midnight on The Quiet Storm.
And after you relax with The Quiet Storm, join me, Champagne, midnight to 6 a.m. with your words of wisdom and our late night pillow talk as we toast the New York late night on 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul.